Right, so here at the start of this little mini weekly tournament, it's a lot more condensed than the last one, organised by Oblivion and Sita here. The first map is here at Brigado Ray, and I think they're competing for like, what, $50 first place, 32nd, 23rd. And I think it's just, there's a winner's bracket, loser bracket, and it's best of one up to the final, I think, which is just best of three. And we're here with Denethor here in the green. They're both playing Galactic Empire. And I'm absolutely turning this one down because I can't stand the wildlife noises here. A lot of food, as showcased by the audio. Some really nice shorefish here. And Denethor's playing against SY, two men here. He's in the orange. Not the same level of shorefish, but still a palatable amount. Few tauntauns. A calf hound is the lure that they can bring back, so there's one, two of those. Few tauntauns to push towards the command center, your non-allurable lure. And some berries to fall back on. And Abrigado Ray is sort of like flats with just much thicker trees and then water on the outside. They've got all these cliffs sort of running through. It's pretty easy to find walling opportunities in this one, as you can see here. Like what, one prefab, couple here, one. It tends to be a map that favours a little bit of like walling, maybe going to fish in the water, and then going up to tech level 3. But there are some opportunities there, but it takes you a while if you want to be offensive, if it gets to go all the way around to hit your opponent. And I'll just speed up so we can slide out of T1. No nerfs on this one, so very unlikely to see any Mounties. I would expect just T3 out of both players, in all honesty. Just for how easy it is to wall. Even light wall is quite strong on this. Really not an open map. I think a lot of the EF maps aren't as open, just because the tree clusters are much bigger. There's a lot more stuff on the maps, because they're trying to make them look like biome planets and stuff from the lore and that, so maps are just not as scarce, devoid of content. And most content blocks spaces. It helps to wall things. I'm interested to see if any shipyards go down. You see troop center for SY, so maybe we'll go for that rush. You have to keep an eye on these crossings. He doesn't have much HP on this scout here. He's 3 scout shots from death. Denethor missing a calf hound here though, so it's a lot less food than he could be getting. Just now getting that carbon processor up. There's SY's had this for a while, but I think it's a food processor, so it's not really for like a super fast rush or anything. Kinda not doing much. Couple of tauntauns here that are going to be missed. That's about the food equivalent of what Denethor's missing here. 340 versus 170 twice, so. Going for the farms. I think you're probably just going to see them both going to the farms, and SY might just have to accept that he's also T3ing here. But neither player with the shipyard yet. So I think there's a pretty good opportunity to just wall things off with light wall, prefab, and shipyard, right? And I'm not really doing any walling at all, but a fragrant here on the Nova. And that's why you should see everything that's happening. See that shipyard go down now. But no power core for his troop center. He has T2. You can see spaceport going down. Second carbon processor. Can't really afford a second building then, so not really a streamlined T2 here. He seems a little bit messed up of sorts. Like his food's just gonna run out now. Like these berries are a way to be finished. There's no nerfs sticking away to give other food. And you might find that he has to go and build a lot of farms. I wonder if Denethor, on the other hand, also seems to be in a similar situation, but he does at least go for the shipyard now. Only his power core, but I don't think there's really much to be concerned about on a no nerf map. Like to see the power droid. I think they're both just going to have to add on a lot of food here. And then if we're getting a turret to defend himself. That's why he's cut worker production. Let's have the spaceport. Buy 100 food. Or a Nova. Pausing there. Garrison these workers. I've been there. Now we can. Off to T3. Did get those mounted tauntauns. The calf hound. And yeah, pretty passive from both players, but I would favour Denethor here because he's effectively got more worker production. And although it's taken too long for him actually, I made a mistake here. He's got so many workers on carbon, but he's trying to like super fish boom out of here. There could be a window for SY because he is halfway to T3 now, so if he could get like a fighter or two or some strike mechs out here, get some damage on Denethor. Denethor we've seen stay in T2 a lot when he's behind in player that goes T3. Make a lot of grenade troopers and anti-air troopers. He's not going to have the troop centers this time. So, keen to see how he does here when he gets that early T3 aggression. He will economically jump ahead, right? In terms of the workers. 36 to 29. And second mech factory from SY, and this could be his moment to try and go for the jugular here as sorts, but his food production is just not very good. Because he still needs to like hit this transition from adding all these farms and stuff on. You're getting a second mech factory, getting an upgraded generator, but I just don't think he can really afford that, like, or justify this. Like, you'd rather this is just a strike mech, so this is not like the hugest DPS coming out here to raid and punish Denethor for how greedy he's technically being in T2. You can see the damage isn't like crazy there, and he has this turret to run back to. He doesn't even need the Nova right now, really. There's an ore, maybe get more turrets. SY's had to fix all his farms, so that window is not really as pronounced as it maybe could be, in which you can do damage to Denethor. He's quite well insulated over here as well. Be nice to maybe close out some of these gaps to stop the strike mechs just running into this pocket. As it stands, I mean, this scout's doing more damage right now than this strike mech. Let's find these workers at the ore. Up to 3 strike mechs now, but they don't have any upgrades, no war center. Oh, they're taking an age to actually kill a worker. Missing some of the shots just now as well. This guy, he lived a lot longer than he should. 2 workers go down now. They're not actually hitting the bell. Maybe not the sensible one. I'm gonna call GG here. I don't know if he's that dead, but he just seems to maybe be mucking it up. He has so much carbon to spend. Yeah, maybe just reading the map wrong here. And SY is just barely making its T3. Did fix his food income, and I think now you can maybe spam the strike backs. I guess Denethor could maybe just lean in more into the turrets, into the walling things. And maybe just slide up here and build lots of boats. Certainly got tons of carbon. I think he could even use that at the spaceport to get himself up to T3. Either way, GG well played. So SY would advance there ahead in the bracket. And Denethor would go down to the loser's bracket. As I said, it's just best of 1. So right, we're here in the second game now. So it's Oblivion Osita versus Granuli on Abracad Array. Got Resistance, and oh, I think they are just picking civs now. So Granuli going for Imperial Remnants here in the blue. In the purple. And as I said, best of 1 here. So whoever wins it moves on. Whoever loses goes down to loser's bracket, but it does stay best of one. So calf hound for food, some tauntauns, some shorefish to lean into. Pretty much the same as the first game that we did there for Denethor versus SY. Pretty much just seems very similar. A lot less berries this time though. The walling opportunity is still pretty much always there, right? Just because the way these trees and cliffs bleed into one another. Just gonna speed up to get out of T1. Second calf hound here. Oh no. There we go. Nearly ran away. Oh, third calf hound. Juicy. Some decent food then. I really like the shorefish. Be nice to go into. Keep you topped up after you finish off the lure. Let's see if Granulli's gonna jump in some of these walling opportunities here. This worker going down. Should be sealed. With the small trees on, but I would assume so. Down here in this bit as well. But no, but naturally walling off here. Much safer over at the top of the base. And getting the old tauntaun pushing on the go. I think both times there's not been any nerfs, right? So no threat of mounted troopers. Is there a gap there? No. Like that. That's annoying with the calf hound right at the back here. Back of the carbon. And should expect to see T3s, I suppose. Troop center though for Osea. How much has he scouted? He hasn't even found his opponent yet, but his opponent's going to wall himself in here. I don't think if I play this map that I would be wanting to rush for the most part. It's very favourable for walls. And this is a lot of carbon invested where it could just be in food. I think what you could do is a T2 Mountie rush though, off of it, and go through the light wall. Might take a long time to come over here if you take it by surprise to come and place prefabs behind it. There's a false sense of security behind the light wall when there's no nerfs on the map, right? I mean, you could always hide your nursery that you build as well. Like proxy it somewhere. A good way to catch people off guard. Double layers here, really being very safe. You put the spacebar on this side. This is sort of biggest vulnerability. This side's not too bad because his workers are here. It's very easy for him to react and pull them away. I think as it stands, with a seat of making troopers, trying to get them across, that it's kind of just a build order win for Granulli here. He just has to get himself to T3, get some fighters out, and then just pin his opponent here. He's only going to have one troop center making anti-air. And I think the fighters would snowball out of control very quickly. See them going around, but they can't even take a direct path to where they want to go. They have to go all the way around the edge of the map. I'm really just going to get plenty of time to do what he needs to get up to T3. He is lingering on the foot a little bit though. Have got too much on carbon? Even had guys over here, it seems. Walking distance for a lot of his workers as well, so maybe not the cleanest T3, but he has a lot of time, and I still think he's in a pretty good spot here. Just for how much of a build order when this kind of feels like. There's a little spot that you could actually stand behind the carbon here. That's something, but there's so many carbon spots you can go for. Currently off to T3. Not Nova, just on the ore. Should we spin all his ore on? Yeah, turret anyway. They must have they spaceported the ore. Back up. Where's Nova? Maybe I had to buy 100 foot, I'm not too sure. I wasn't paying super attention to that. And just putting some more wall behind, this time medium wall. There's not really any way that it's getting in there. I guess another thing you could maybe do is like a power droid shipyard transport or something, and then you could fish afterwards. Maybe some way to catch your opponent off guard, but I think for the most part you both just want a T3 on this map. Just move the goalpost to there. We should see Granilli hit T3 in a moment. Spell disaster for Oblivion here. He's starting to build up the food now, but he's going to have more overheads as he has to build anti-air troopers. Double air base. Workers on Nova now to power them up. Give them the Nova they need. Build those fighters. And I would expect to see them rallied across. Unless Granilli's back to his old ways. I'm going to build up 8 fighters in the base and send them over. There we go, the rally point. And I hope Oblivion's going to make some anti-air troopers. Yeah, started now. Let's have one turret to hide some workers in, or maybe hide his anti-air troopers in if they try to get pinned by the fighters. I mean, 1 anti-air trooper versus 2 fighters is not great. 2 is a little bit better, but who can get the first shots, really? Oh, he does get them there. Well, 3 shots to kill them. Granilli losing his momentum a little bit. Going to be a little bit awkward for him as well. He has to change the rally point probably to make sure he doesn't get spawn killed here as he flies in the carbon. But now you can start taking advantage of the distance between the spots you want to protect with the anti-air troopers. Use that mobility of the fighters versus the lack of for the anti-air troopers. So yeah, it is trapped in T2 at the moment. And they go for that second command center to increase his worker production. You've got a shipyard here with a few utility trawlers and a power droid. It's almost sort of like he's on 3 command centers. And all this time that Asita sits in T2, Granilli can get ahead in that worker count. And some good shots there, taking down one of the fighters. He hasn't really lost anything so much, but it's more the damage that is being done by him just sitting in T2 and Granilli building those extra workers. It's pretty difficult for him to get back in the game, in all honesty. I mean, he is the air civ here. Granilli's not on Imperial Remnants, but it would take a long time for him to build up this amount of fighters to rival him in the skies here. And now the time to kill for these fighters is so low. When they do abuse that mobility, they're going to get a lot of kills. So not only is he getting ahead and having more production, but I mean, now he's raiding. This is going to be a very dramatic lead. Gets a few kills there, which definitely makes it much better for him, but again, feels bad, man. Does have space for 2 air bases, but economically, I think it's going to be much further behind if we have a quick look. You can see that difference. And then the worker difference now, like 20 more, right? And getting worse now. And so much that they can just kill the anti-air troopers. No real air bases coming down, no turrets, and I think Oblivion's kind of just dead here. Granilli just playing very safe, very calm, playing the map well. Not really taking much risks, really. Even in that early raids, he kind of just went round and taking his time and just focusing on making sure he gets everything he needs to at home. So, pretty solid and standard. And I don't really see any path for Oblivion to get back into this. It's pretty much up to Granulli how he wants to close the game out. And Oblivion pretty much makes the same analysis that he can't come back there, so Granulli takes that one and he advances ahead. Whereas Oblivion, I see it goes down to the losers bracket. Right, we're here on round 2 of the sort of winners top bracket here. So it's Granulli versus John here, the third game that we're doing. As I said, best of 3, or sorry, best of 1 rather. They chose a random land map. They got what looks like Mustafar here, which is kind of like a volcanic precipice. Got like 2 sort of crossing areas and then a river of lava. And John here picking Resistance in the yellow. And Granulli here picking green and Zan Consortium. So some interesting civ picks. Probably not the strongest either, but Zan could potentially have some shenanigans with like their early Nova that they get. It's quite an important bonus that they get, I suppose, in a 1v1 setting. I mean, we got one civ that's got air potential on a map where you can wall quite easily, and another that doesn't. Zan is a little bit more one-dimensional. I'd say Resistance is actually quite versatile for the most part now, because they do have a Jedi now as well. But we'll see how it turns out. We could expect it to go late though with the crossings. There's nerfs though, so maybe there can be some early mounty shenanigans or something like that. Some lava fleas being lured here. A couple of Minox getting polished off. It looks like he's having a bit of difficulty pushing that one. Enough to warrant a little food processor, but there is some stockpile food, so you might want to save that. Very sneaky curl nose there hiding. One of the nerf types. A few extra Minox over here at the side. Is that not food? No, not food. Just to be blue, to be food. Harving going down here for Granulli. And I think we are going to speed ourselves out of T1. That's kind of unethical. Granulli's got a huge advantage here. Like, if they do a split map wall, he's got 4 holocrons on his side, whereas John only has 1. That's definitely something to look out for. Don't know if he's picked up any of that in his vision though, as most of his scout activity at the moment is pushing these Minox and going for a troop center. Neither player really make an attempt to wall, so I guess we will see some sort of like maybe mounting aggression. I think this is going to be really. Well, he has a long card, but he should get a power core. Wonder if he was going to do his unpowered mounties. The power core does go up, so pretty much just doing a normal mounting rush. You can see here, running the workers on the Nova. Forward either a food processor or a Nova processor, depending on how he wants to keep this going, what he values. And mounties are moving across. It can take them a while. They're kind of far from one another, even like with all the crossing in the river and stuff, if you look at the spawns. They're not like, it's not like they've spawned like this, right? They've sort of spawned diagonally. I think that really ramps up the distance here. I was doing some sort of walling here, but it's always going to be ambitious. I think the best bet is actually just walling the crossing. Problem is that there's two of them. I wonder if this is just faster, this route. Don't always trust the pathfinding of the units. There's a lot of Minehawks that could be like potentially getting denied here by these mounted troopers. It's not great for John. Let's have two mounties out to defend himself now though. As the CC fire, get some shots there. I think if they take a trade, they should win if they focus one down. I don't think the scout has the DPS to like negate that. A little bit of elevation tinkering here. Third Mountie coming in, reinforcing from Granuli. And John is not on Nova, is he? So he's kind of capped at 2. He's got a medic out to maybe heal these guys and then a trooper recruit to back it up. But Granuli should be happy enough with just having all the sort of map control and messing up the T1 macro for John, even if he's not getting some worker kills here. Isn't too much to worry about if he's denying all this food. You can see the farms going up as well. He's going to die if the trooper recruits here. Kind of bold. Does get 1. It's hard to click on this one. Gets a second. These guys get an easy time clicking on the third though. The medic is going to be here helping the oh, he's doing a lot of walking about though. And he's really going for it here. I don't know if it was that worth it maybe? I don't know. He's investing a lot in this. He could have maybe just stopped before doing that attack. Stopped making the mounties and just continued running around. I almost wonder if he's overextending here. He's trying to play for the win here, but I don't know if it can be found. I see they're very stable, and the medic's helping out as well. He just needs to be careful. He doesn't spend too much food doing this, because he's trading a lot more food into John. John's trading into him with the trooper recruits. He really should have just been happy to push him off this and have that economic lead, because I don't think there was much danger of John coming with a big attack. Does beat him to T2, which is expected, but it'll take a long time for him to get punished. He's got quite good walling at home as well. Could close that out quite easily. John's trying to do the right thing, get across as soon as possible. No turrets here though. Those mounties are still sort of at large. Could go for the power core. Our trooper's being queued up. He's got his upgrades now, right? Got his +1. But again, where is he? He's coming back. I don't like this indecision. He's okay with his double production, no? A little bit panicky coming back there. And really he's going to be able to just skirt up to T3 as he likes then. Only on 1 TC. The idols here, well, make him turn it. He's worried about those troopers, but he has enough to defend out. That's nice for Granelli gets to clean up that mountie there. Not quite low though on the mounties. And John's base is starting to look much better now with the walling. At the very least, these units can just give him scouting information. And I actually just like zero vision. There's 4 holocrons on his side and he's never going to scout them. John trying to be really sneaky here. I think there's a gap here. Turret would cover it for the most part. Second turret as well. Really's playing very safe. I suppose you might do so in Well, it's a best of one, so I think you should have like kind of elite scouting information though, having these mounties on John's side at all times. John's just gonna settle for trying to kill this farm to get a little bit of something out of this. And really not paying attention too much here. I think John kind of gets the better trade there. I think Greenley will win this now though. It goes for the elevation, but I don't know if the elevation going to pay off, is it? Maybe take a bit too many shots. Reinforcements sort it out then. Yeah, and whoever wins that, like, it's not a big deal, is it? Because it's just such a low amount of troopers. I don't think 1.5 troopers harassing your workers is a big deal when you've got 2 TCs. And John going to keep the pressure on, but Granulli's on his way to T3. And John is trapped in T2. There's a lot of carbon banked up, which could be going into farmers. There's a lot of workers on carbon, like an awful lot of them. John sees a lot more of the hollows. He actually sees 4 of them. I think the 5th one's just tucked away in that corner, isn't it? Over here. And a little bit of a timing here. Maybe he can do some damage. I mean, Granulli's going to pull his workers back. Be proactive about it. He has his 2 turrets. Let's start cover his carbon. Shouldn't be too long to get to T3. John's having to sort of meander around all the buildings. I have to just try and go for farms, but Granulli's got enough troopers to actually take this attack on. A few more over here. Quite joining in. I don't know, I think John's sort of in trouble here, no? Let's cut those farms down. Have a wee look and see where. Got these upgrades. Nothing for nursery. And no farm upgrade for Granulli. So John is ahead in terms of irrigation. Both got the carbon upgrades. Double air base dropping here for Granulli. Air's queued up. And John has a good sort of like walling around his base now. Walling all this. Grabbing up his 2 novas. His 3 novas and an ore actually. Not sure how easy it's going to be to defend this and this. Might want to have built a turret up here, just so you can garrison. Looks like there are no gaps, right? The fighters will be coming in though, and the fighters have got such good mobility to abuse the space. It's going to be trickier to make sure he's got enough anti-air covering everything. Should be hitting the food soon. He doesn't really need to make grenade troopers, right? Because he's got the wall. Definitely a nice component of walling. Is just being able to phase out strike mechs. Because if you just focus on anti-air troopers, it doesn't grief your food as nearly as much as grenade troopers do. You see, you can afford to go up to T3 now. And Greenlee needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose these. Everyone he loses makes it so much easier for John to defend his base. I think maybe one of the scariest things Greenlee could actually do right now is just rally a transport because of strike mechs in it, like 1 or 2. And given the coverage of the base, you could actually find a lot of like anti-air trooper kills and really stress John out by doing something like that. You tend to put a lot of anti-air troopers on here. There's some elevation to mess around with, and he gets 2 nice volleys there, and a 3rd. You're really starting to do the micro now, but... Oh, another one goes down? What's going on with these? Hacking anti-air troopers, man. These boys have got homing. And that's pretty much taken all the momentum out of Granulli's harass now, and he's just going to have to sit back and do what he usually does quite well, build workers. Take a moment. I mean, he's got all the map control though. As I said, there are these holocrons everywhere, but you need to go and scout them. He's one here. I think Granuli really should maybe just sit back and actually explore the rest of the map, just so he knows where's what. I think if he leaves them up too long, I could see John just going for them. I often see John grab holocrons where he can. Coming in again. This Nova's definitely the weak spot. I do think he maybe should have built a turret here just in case, but he's been getting some really good shots in this this muddied elevation. It's messing with the air a bit. It does clean up the anti-air troopers there and get some shots on the workers. These are some lucky workers, man. Like, I think 2 of them went to lethal. And, losing more fighters. He's upgraded the anti-air troopers now and got his own double air base, and it's pretty good for John because, I mean, Granuli's been T3 for a long time, but what does he really have to show for it in terms of his fighter count? He's only got, what, 3 here? He's maybe got some more at home.
What is your order?
It could be much worse, right? It won't take John long to sort of catch up to that. Just stay defensive. It would be so much scarier if he's coming in and trying to build fighters and there's like 20 still from Granuli. Granuli's actually lost quite a few. And the extra walls he did here, grabbing up all these resources, is really nice for him. I think he can definitely think about like T4 and stuff. He's got plenty of space. A nice spot for the command center here. And yeah, he's just gonna play defensive in macro. Currently up to 3 CCs. Building anti-air trooper, anti-air turrets. He wants to move out of the map and he's just worried about counterattack. I mean, John could find opportunities to just move his fighters across to do some harass, because he can rely on his upgraded anti-air troopers. I think we're really going to sneak in here. Only 2 anti-air troopers here at the moment. There's the turret to garrison some workers in. Needs to be careful, John coming in to take the trade. There's some sort of elevation. The fighters mucked themselves up quite a bit there. I think he might have re-patrolled them there in the middle of firing as well. They should have probably won that. They started shooting some workers and getting confused. They sort of collided on one another as well. Something messed them up there. I don't think that was just their normal attack pattern. Maybe panic. Currently building vision everywhere. Those sentry posts. 63 workers. I'm currently 81, so he has a bit of a lead there. Let's see what it's like in terms of the other stuff. I'd say it's fairly close. John's got a bit of a head in the 2 normal metrics. I think these are all recent additions with his triple CC. Maybe not really paid themselves off yet. Do need to keep an eye on the upgrades. These guys still sitting here at this holocron. No temple for either player. I feel like a temple is a really good thing for Granuli to do. Because even in a late game, you can make those rancors. I mean, you could fund those rancors. It's gonna have a bit of a skirmish here. It's well, the odds that they collide there. Such a big map. Really gonna sweep up that fighter count. We did motivator, upgraded T3 carbon, stimulant irrigation. That's for Granuli. Going on the other hand, motivator, double motivator. It's an early double motivator. And got his T3 ones. He got beam drill mining as well. A lot of carbon built up. Maybe not got the room he needs for farms. Yeah, farmer wise, sort of getting there. Maybe do with another 5 to 10 farmers, and then he should be able to sort of T4, I think. Research center on the way. And there we go, the strike mech's getting dropped with the transport. It's kind of annoying here. Does he even have a mech factory? I don't think so. I got a couple of mounties. Oh, he does. There it is. You can see it there. 2 strike mechs queued up at the moment, though, rather than the MD. The MD's waiting for them. So some opportunities to do some damage. Slow John down a bit here. To be honest, like, what would the strongest thing for Zan to do against an airing sieve? I feel like it's actually probably that Rancor rush, right? I think it's got to be that, like fast T4 interceptors and make the even like proxy the temple and just make the Rancors cut through their wall. I think that's quite strong. I think this map's like great for Zan otherwise. It's just not open enough and you got all the walls. Ideally, you probably want to just be on the strikes, but or just go for the forward with the cannons.
Pilot reporting.
Jump on his own. How has he gotten 4,000 carbon in all this time? What's going on? What? 54 carbon collectors? That's ridiculous. It's a lot of carbon right now. For like his amount of workers? That's like your 150 total. 5,000. Is this attack or die? I feel like he should be on his way. Let's go for this drop. This drop harass. Feels pretty extra for him to be doing on resistance when he's hovering air bases. And he's got air superiority by default. He's gone in here, bit of a sort of diverse attack, might catch Granuli here a little bit. The Mounties can get onto the mech destroyer, right? Really doing a really good job there covering it with fighters though. We're kind of late in the game. John can afford to do both things, right? We can go T4 and do this. And clean up the fighters here. And just focus the MD shooting the anti-air trooper at the moment. Not a huge amount achieved there. It's maybe Michigan really up. Really beating up to T4 though. I don't think he's beating him. I think John could have afforded it, but he's going to have a head start in defending himself if there's going to be any. You see that anti-air turret just immediately queued up. It takes so long to get it, so. I would kind of like to see Granuli out in the map, setting something up. I think at the moment it's given John quite a lot of map control. Yeah, and yeah, he can make interceptors at the moment. I think he should be trying to just be aggressive with interceptors right now. Or use them to guarantee a forward. Yeah, we've seen neither player get on these holocrons. Defense fortress here, another fortress here as well. Try to cover all his resources. I don't really know. He's wanting to make a lot of strike max. I kind of worry for Grinelli just because he's not out on the map. And I think it's going to be so easy for John, if he switches into ground, to just push into this channel at the moment. Because Grinelli's not really made an attempt to control it. But that, like, it's not much of a walk into a lot of his economy. Whereas it's not really obvious where to damage John's. A lot of it's, like, very well insulated. You can see here. He will run out of carbon eventually, I suppose, but... I mean, you could start coming down here, conquering this, I suppose.
Any orders?
Really struggling to get going here. He's getting the temple now. Looks like he kind of wanted to play like Strike Mech Harass, but it's just not really going to fly when he's got walls and defending forts and stuff.
Any orders?
Crossfighter's going to look for some angles here. He does have the advanced turrets, but there's probably going to be pockets where he can't defend. He's thinking about that. You can see that turret going up right now. Maybe over here. It's looking kind of vulnerable. There's some interceptors at hand as well, though. Just as they start moving out, John comes flying in here. 98, 99, 100. A few workers lost. It's not really the worst, though. And he's going to have so many CCs to replace them. Cannon out here. Wants his interceptors to cover that. I would love if he was just building a turret here. I think he needs to start crawling turrets just to make sure that Resistance just cannot play attackers. Because he's going to need about 2 to 3 turrets covering his army. And if you play like that, it's really hard to engage with as an air player, because the turrets cost no population and they're basically eliminating your army from play. Again, he doesn't have any ore at the moment, but I would be for sure just selling resources for the ore to do it. He's got all this over here as well. They're really, I feel like these turrets. I mean, what else do you think Resistance are really going to do here? Especially with like walls and stuff. You can see an air cruiser on the way as well. That's going to be difficult to deal with, potentially. I think he should lean a lot more into... I think these are probably a mistake, the anti-air mobiles. I think he should just build like turrets and interceptors.
Checking sector. We stand ready to fight. Launch and mobile, sir.
This unit is honestly garbage. Damn, man. What a hit.
We're available.
And he hasn't really got his HP upgrade, so that's kind of why we saw such a hit.
Ready for battle.
Like only 100 health and a heavy strike mech. And you can see the turret going up now. Oh. What happened there? Did he just kill his own building there? Or his own foundation? With an AC shot? How many kills has he got?
Wake up, crew.
21, and that's like mostly mechs. Quite a bit. Some ambitious walling plan. We got any hollows now? He's got one, right? Oh, 2. Oh. You can't get them all, can't you? Yeah, John, you're really bold with this AC. Start to weave the interceptors in now as well. I think it's going to be difficult now because he's trapped in a choke.
Yes, Commander. Took Torpedo launcher mobile, sir.
Oh, I hate aim reveals so much.
Standing by, sir.
They're really bad to spin when you've got a choke as well. You need to be able to like fan them out, find angles. Once you can find the angles on them and you abuse like massive range, it's great. But until then, it's not great. This is not a strong position. We're gonna. He's got so much of his economy backed up here as well. I don't worry for him. There's a lot of like carbon up here. He should maybe just move a lot of these workers to. Come in here with the interceptors to trade.
Checking sector.
But he's not even got like half his upgrades here, has he? Just 9 range. His turrets are like his strongest anti-air thing.
Systems operational.
More health at the moment for these heavy mech destroyers.
Systems operational.
No heavy upgrade.
Cannon ready.
I'm just playing a very conservative and defensive resistance here. It's working out quite well. Really just throwing a lot of workers. You're really not throwing in any assault mechs or anything. Or defilers, which could be kind of good.
Standing by, sir.
I do think the Rancors as well would be quite good. Grenade troopers too. He's just like trapped in this awful choke. I think his best bet would have just been earlier getting up onto this area of the map and just making sure he secured the crossing. There's a defiler now. Again, they're going to have their own upgrade line and it takes time.
I'm listening. Your orders?
He's not really gotten all his upgrades for his MDs yet either. I think he'd probably just stay on mechs and put assault mechs in just now and then later diversify into defilers and stuff. You can have such a good time though if he's got all these holocrons to grab. Assault mechs would be alright here. So many MDs out, they get them very cheap, right? I mean, his early carbon worker count was to be. Well, it's went down now, it's at half. Actually got a lot of farmers at the moment. What's he spending all this food on? Like 60 farmers. That's like Ackley territory. He's looking at me food, I don't know. Some big purchasing, maybe doing some selling, I don't know. Not really. I suppose he's making mounties now actually. The mounties are quite a good differential here at the moment because Cornelius kind of struggling with his infrastructure to get enough mechs out. He can't really like do the split to put strike mechs in right now. And I like how this is shaping up because the mounties run in, they tank for the MDs, and the MDs are pretty much just one-tapping everything that they want to tap. So, and it's pretty much eliminating the defilers from play as well. Because they lose to the mounties too, and then they're not tanking as well as all these mounties running in. I think John's just going to overrun this position. He's got any cannons in the way. Let's have this fortress up here. They lost the one here. I think some cannons just sniding in right now would be great, taking down the fortress. Or maybe the master switch as well. It's definitely something he could have played for, like converting this shields and everything. Oh, he's doing a yeah. He's split the map and now he's running into the economy with mounties as well. And 3 bounty hunters. What's the hollows? He knows where they are. That's pretty difficult for Granuli to deal with. He lost his power core over here. Just some basic sort of multi-prong, sort of mucking him up, just because he's not like walled or anything down here. The opportunity's definitely there. I don't know, I think Granuli's kind of just been beat here. Doesn't seem like you can really just get a proper army together and push this back, and John's just flooding everything in here. He's built so much. I think he's got a lot more infrastructure than Granuli's got. Now that's the amount of troop centers. That's the amount of mech sections. Well, it's even on the mech factories. Then all the TCs as well. The Mounties. The Mounties are so good. And yeah, he's going to call GG there. So well played to both involved. And John will move on in that winner's bracket. Grinley will go down to the loser's bracket. This is our round 2 winner's bracket game. SY versus Juan Mikito. And go for Abrigado Ray here, I guess. It was like random land, but I don't know. I think I've seen this map at one point, didn't I? I did see this before. A while since I did the some of the other winner bracket games. Galactic Empire for SY, Rebel Alliance for 1. Pretty much the top 2 vanilla civs. Could just be a vanilla game, this. Kind of like the matchup between them. Maybe late game it's really strong for Galactic Empire, but there is like opportunities with speeders and stuff in T3. If you maybe do like a mech air hybrid. You can still like pin Galactic Empire as well if you do the like T4 air thing and dement these two. It's just Galactic Empire feel a little bit crazy later on with the like A-mobiles, heavy strike mechs, dark troopers, because most of what you want to do on the ground with rebels is just troopers. And Empire is just really good at killing troopers. Looking at the spawns here, pretty much a lot of walling opportunities. Like this SY has got the really nice base spawn. You can see how that, like a couple of tree clusters stuck together, then linked by a cliff into more tree clusters stuck together. So that's like a huge installation here for his command center. What does he really need to do? Just like, well, a couple of prefabs here to wall this off. It's Nova. He's even got safe Nova in the back, though he doesn't need to take that Nova. And safe 4-2. This area kind of up for contention for both players if they want to do like forward positioning with fortresses and stuff. And some Nova off here on the left hand side as well, but it's kind of guaranteed by the whole tree cluster thing. I found some berries. How many nerfs are we at? 9 and eating 1. The holocrons, I can only see 3 of them. Are there only 3? Is that just like a gimmick of this map? Or no, there's one. 4. Where's the 5th one? I cannot see it. My eyes. I only see 4. Oh, I'm sure it'll turn up, I guess. There's carbon gas vents as well. You can see them on the minimap just a little bit, little squares. Troop center going down here. Nobody going for any early fishing shenanigans. Or any hybrid fishing troop center shenanigans either. I think is pretty good on a map like this, I think. He is not food, the Mega Cat. There's a calf found here though. And SY did some long distance mining to that Nova, which should be a tell here to Wan to what's coming. At least it usually would. It did skew up the mountain though. Curious if he was bluffing for a second there. This goes for the forward Nova processor. Before power core, which is interesting. I think what I normally do is rally long distance TC power core then Nova processor. It is going to T2 as well. Maybe it is like sort of a hybrid bluff. He's going to do something else. Or maybe he's going to go T2 Mounties. That could be viable as well. In that instance, he maybe doesn't want to hit so early, but gets upgrades. Or it's some sort of early Mountie bluff into T3. I don't know, we'll see. It's given Ran plenty of time to like react to this. Like he's already got trooper recruits, because this is quite late for a mounting rush, right? I mean, you know it's late if you can go T2 at the same time. I wonder for like the food income of SY here, because he needs to do something to diversify it. Which the best thing would be to just do some fishing. I'll bring the 3 Mounties out. He has missed a calf hound and actually like 4 mountain tauntauns here. I don't know if I get the wrong one there. You can see them. That's a lot of food to just not be picking up. Like, genuinely could have just ran a few workers over there. Not even sent the Mounties out, they're just sitting in the base. And Wan is just doing the basics, man. He's just going for a normal build here. Normal T2, fast rush, double troop center. Coming across. There's not really a full wall at all for SY. I think SY's just going to die. He's gone for the heavy Mounties, but is he really scouting? He sees 2 troop centers. This is wild to me. It's like maybe what you want to do versus a T3, but he's actually just running in here. And I don't know if he's on patrol, but that's not a good time. No turrets yet. I guess why he's just going to die. One chose the wrong direction. Right was where he was most vulnerable. Let's get the troopers out. He's had enough time to get the turret up. Well, there's a lot more troopers though. Maybe I'd like to see Wan just come and like build a turret here and take the Nova away from him. Limits like the counter attacks as well. SY just like calling his bluff here and going at him and picking up quite a few kills. Like basically 4 kills for free here. Yeah, I think I would like to see Wan just sit here and build a turret, and then that limits the ability for them to counter attack you, really, on this map. Because this channel just seems so important. Like, pretty much all the traffic and fighting's probably going to be in this area. Quite easy to close your base out for the other sides as well. I don't even think this would be a bad game for like a defensive forward-facing turret as well. Close everything else out. Harassing the farmers right now. Gonna garrison those for some CC fire. Both players have their upgrade. Their range. Well, I'm actually getting the war center upgrades right now. The armor on the way. Well, I'm actually 5 workers ahead. I think SY just had to cut a lot of corners with what he was doing. He misread or didn't scout enough what Wan was doing, or just assumed he was going to go for T3s. Not a terrible thing, I guess, to assume, but better to scout it, right? We did see TCs. In the last sort of tournament, Wan did do a lot of like sort of one TC T3 as well. Maybe he thought he could call the bluff on that. Get enough mounties out. Wan has way more troopers, plus he has the upgrades. Just gonna smash that fight. That really makes up for the 4 that he lost earlier. And now we can put the pressure on SY. He just has the one defensive turret at the moment. Looks like he's trying to get up to T3. He has the resources. This farm's been going for quite a bit. He's got the nerfs as well from that nursery. And he comes. Maybe just kill the farms. This went on the way to T3 though. Wan is not really that far behind. Oh my god, this carbon. Atrocities, man. Atrocities. Fix it. Nice little angle here. Gets one worker. There's a few troopers though. I mean, the damage there, getting one worker, and see how many of them are like having to run around and change where they are. Don't know if he's doing him a favour killing this farm. It's not the most efficient one. Another worker. And Wan's on the way to T3. SY about to hit very soon. I know power core on his manufacturer. There has to make a power droid. You can see it did go through it, but that's just not enough. Barely on the edge. It's weird how power works, to be honest, when you see the selection box around the building. And second mag factory. Well, still got a few more troopers to run round and maybe sit on the hill, try and snipe the first strike mag. Let's come out here. No upgrades on it. It seems to click on it. Missing a shot there. 20 health. Not bad. And he's going for double airbase. Triple airbase. I don't know about triple airbase. You know what I'd really love to see? Just Fortress and double airbase speeder. I think that would be really strong right now against the state SY's in with Empire. After going double mech factory as well. Actually no mech factory at all, so he's going to be very reliant on air. You're really making fighters. No bombers. No grenade troopers. He is going on over with a lot of workers. I honestly don't think it would be terrible to just everything on over and get fort. The speeders are so good in 1v1 in this kind of scenario. They can completely shut SY's harass down, and then they do really help when you go to raid as well because they do crazy worker damage. I almost feel like people have forgotten about that unit a little bit. Just in the whole, you know, vibe of EF and stuff. Got these other civs and... Because it really was probably one of the most built units in vanilla. It's been like nerfed a little bit and toned down here and there, but it's still just super good. A lot of workers not farming right now because of the strike mechs, but not really any upgrades, no armor for them. They are being annoying, but eventually they will die. Like 1 damage per shot. 80 shots to kill a strike. But fighter count's rising. S-wise, anti-air at home is just not looking good. And one's on the way. Could find the damage here. There's some heavy anti-air troopers. Could maybe snipe one or two, but there's a lot of fighters coming in. And then there's the mobility aspect, as always. -1. And I can just do this all day. If SY's not going to make his own air, like even if he builds turrets, he could just do this all day, just fly around and shoot workers here and there. Well, he's pretty safe at home. I think I'd like to see him off the map control of this, get the fortress up here and get the speeders in. You gotta go for these resources, right? The reward's just too much. Coming in here with a few others into the control group, but there's so much anti-air between. He actually gets some good kills there. One needs to be a little bit careful here. He's sort of off rhythm, losing a few fighters here and there. He's got a huge worker lead though. Is that 55 to 28? It is. Double the worker count. I'm getting a research center right now. Can't afford it, but it's done. Just needs to hit that 1,800 total if he wants to go up to T4. Definitely afford the fortress now. I'd like to see him just grab it. See, this is so unambitious, one. Like, I think you've got huge map control. At least go for these two resources. Even here is probably a really good spot. If you don't want to be like too bold, here. If you want to be bold, here. No more center ups. Quite worried for SY. He's still just on 2 CCs. One's been on 3 for a long time. Even getting a 4th now. And he's pretty much chilling at home, and I don't think there's really any way for him to bite back. He's going to go for this attack, but as soon as he sees this fortress, it's going to be like, well, damn. No speeders yet, though. Does Juan know about them? I don't know. I feel like he only played in the F, I don't know. Make speeder. Make speeder and GG. These anti-air troopers are never going to be able to get past a fortress. They're just too slow. And these strikes are going to get shredded as well, just with no war center ups. He wants to go round, but no. Unfortunate. So difficult to find like an alternative angle on this map. As I said, that channel is just too important. On the way T4 airspeeders. Queued up. It's gonna be a while before SY can really attack. 42 to 80 workers. One just looking too solid here. Got too much damage with his rush. And then the fighters as well. I just feel like SY's build at the start, so it's like he tied his hands behind his back. he had the scouting information, but he kind of like executed himself into like a build order loss against what Wan's doing. Just on patrol. Waiting for T4 here. T4 coming. Gonna have 4 air bases. Well, so many fighters out. And I don't really know what SY can be doing here. Just gonna try and fish boom, but it's just too late. There's no research center, no chance of batteries. You get T3 anti-air turrets, but still, they're not going to do the job. Fast fighter and shields out. Where is the 5th holocron? Where is it? I'll never find it. It just doesn't exist, does it? And then they come. Shield's not quite done yet. There it is. Takes a little bit for it to regen up. They don't have a lot of health though, so it's not long. And the usual workers just being murdered by fast fighters. Always want to have those upgrades in place. Advanced fighters now as well. And that's just going to give Wan free reign here. My voice starting to go. Many games. A little bit of a mistake, they go for the power droid there while fanning out and just getting volleyed by the anti-air troopers, but... I mean, how long are you going to want to have to run around your base while anti-air troopers trying to kill these? No workers at the moment are really bringing in any income, so... It's just unfortunate. Cannon as well, he can start doing that. Protect it with his... He can actually get like good shots here. Like just over the trees. Pretty well protected. And there's not really anything SY can do about that at all. Even if he wanted to like dive it with high HP mech, there's speeders. And SY gonna call it there. So GG well played to both there. So SY drops down to the losers bracket, and Wan stays ahead in the winners bracket. This is our fifth game in the top bracket, the winners bracket. So it's Wan versus John here. We've got John in the yellow, and then Wan in the grey with the rebels. John with the, well, it's double rebels, is it? They both went rebels, which is interesting. Oh god, what was this? The bloomin'... It's got Night Sister Planet or whatever, right? Dathomir, or I can't remember what it's called. It's got way too many cliffs and stuff like that. Not really a map. It's not too bad for 1v1, I suppose, but team games, yeah, it's deleting a lot of the map with these cliff spawns. These twisted vines and stuff. These Baz, Nitch, Itchy Baz. I don't know. What is this naming of this animal? Is there any lure? I don't think so. That's just vines. Pretty low food start then. So what? 3 nerfs and then a few pushable hunt that only do about 100. So yeah, gonna have to. I'm gonna be happy that the rebels, I suppose, here. There's a few more. It's like what, 700 food. Narrow rank. Oh, it's not a map you want to play, man. I'd be surprised to see the narrowed rancor get lured. 200 HP. Vicious. Yeah, this is the last game of the sort of top bracket, so the normal bracket. So whoever loses this one will go down to the losers bracket, but they would go down in like round 3. So the players who went down before in the earlier rounds would have to sort of battle out before reaching them, and then the winner of this goes through to the sort of the final. I believe John and Juan have been seeded like higher in this bracket as well, just because of the previous tournament, I suppose, since they were in the finals there. So food processor down, carbon going up, so just enough food to maybe keep them going, and then they're gonna have to get the farms. Out of T1. John finding the other 4 here. Would be better to make the food processor there for sure. Hopefully it doesn't have a bit of a gap in its production. Wouldn't even be terrible maybe to just eat these, to be honest. If you need to keep the CC going. I mean, they're pretty negligible amount anyway. I feel like these nurseries just represent the ability to Mountie. This would be a decent situation, like, to go in Mountie, I would think. I think you could probably eat these and Mountie. Which might be a good idea on a map like this if you're going to make these farms and stuff. But it looks like both players are going to go for the farms. And Juan definitely scouting his opponent first, I would say. John not found him yet, but well, it's not too hard to find your opponent on this map, is it? Be interesting to see someone like maybe like, I'd say proxy, but oh, well, I'm not getting these. He's now a fit that he's missing. He was quicker on the farms. If it's affected them, like, oh no, it has affected him. He's 3 workers behind. That's not just basic training. So Juan's had a bit of an idle time, and mainly just because he's not picked up these Asniches sooner. So John enjoys a sort of 3 worker lead by default here. The narrow rancor is dangerously close. I don't know, this doesn't feel like a map that should be spawning, in my opinion. I don't agree with this, like, is this not going to aggro at hardest? Yeah. It's just really unfortunate, this. I don't like this map. It's like, this 200 health shenanigans, like, I don't feel like it should be in normal games. I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's 50 more HP than a vanilla rancor. Like, he's already 3 workers down, and now he's got to punch this thing to death, and, like, I mean, this part is not really his fault in any way. So John just kind of getting an easy time of it here. Like, that's so many of his workers just idle right now. Having to punch that thing to death. And it shouldn't really be in proximity of someone's base, but because it's spawned all these cliffs and shit, it's pushed it closer. The troop center going up. Already up for 1. Gone halfway to T2. 1 not clicked yet. Kind of understandable with the economic disadvantage that the handicap he's been granted. The John a little bit ahead in terms of getting his rush going. Could be a lot of like food income here. Let's see how much food's built up. 500 here for John. Might have been better to just straight up T3 at this point. No problem affording like a lot of your upgrades. Such a later like T2 as well, we're already at like 30 population. Just because of the slow food start. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a window for John to really like exploit here, because though Wan's behind and he's going slower, he's still got like so many troopers out. Let's get a second troop center now. We're getting a turret. You can hear John building mines somewhere. I guess he's hoping that someone stands on his turret. To remember to always bring your scout with your troopers, as it can detect them. Small skirmish here, bit of CC fire, a little bit of idle time, but not really much to be gained. Staying on the hill here. Sneaking in here. Get a worker, but he'll lose all his troopers basically for it. Maybe not the best. I think he might have had the numbers here to take a trade, but just get a bit of elevation on the left-hand flank, but not on the right, and seeming like a bad patrol. Like two bad decisions back to back. That's really swung the momentum back in John's favour here. Not quick to capitalise on it though. And with the one turret here. No mines around his one though. And he's a little bit vulnerable at the front here. Hiding a lot of troopers in the troop centres. John going for the farm, but he's almost boxed himself in against the carbon here. One can't quite get into range there, but John did take a bit of a turn. Goes onto the hill, and Wan should walk through this. But the elevation will mean much. A few idols building up for Wan. I've had a lot of farms, but looks like he's pulled quite a few workers off. Put them onto carbon. As many farmers as there was before, but see that food quickly builds up with rebels. One on the other hand, just not as many farms. Getting his war center upgrades. As is John. Check the economy. No irrigation. Motivator. Motivator, irrigation. So I think that's kind of contributing to the sort of food gap a little bit. It's that irrigation and motivator upgrade gonna buff up the farms quite a bit. A little bit of a weird trade here, but I think John's kind of got the most of it because he's just got this like core volley that just firing, one tapping a lot of the troopers here, even with like two flanking. The two flank didn't really mess them up too much, so it just held their ground. John probably in a good position here that he's winning that trade. He gets to push, and he's starting getting to that point where he's thinking almost about cutting corners to tech up. A little bit more walling as well here. Certainly some good opportunities to maybe close this out on the side. I get this is meant to be like a maze in the cliffs, but it just doesn't look like there is any real ability to get the things other than dropping, like getting the holocrons and dropping them, and doesn't look like you can really utilize it as pathing into your opponent's space either. Too much concentration of the cliffs, it would seem. The very sneaky move here coming into the back of Wan's base as he sort of walled it off, but not at the back. And he's going to see this ahead of time though with that worker, and he has too many workers here on Nova. Like he needs to pull them away, and he's not doing it. Gonna try and fight them with 3 troopers less. Actually moving a few to try and tank, I suppose, so he can win this trade. Have a clever move. Better than losing them all, that's for sure. He loses 2 workers there. Don't know if that... Yeah, it does. They both get up to T3, but John's got more troopers going to be taking this route. Wan's carbon kind of sucks here as well, that you can just stand here with the troopers and hit a lot of them. You can hit about this many. It's like quite a lot, right? Could have John even noticed that and maybe moved 2 here to distract. He's going to catch all these workers and transition, go into a new carbon spot here. He still hasn't walled this out, he wants to. Again, that walling worker is going to see the troopers have sneaked up here. And again, he's got a lot less troopers, but maybe this time like 5 or 6 less rather than just 3. This is looking like it's going to be maybe too much damage to deal with. Still not T3 yet, can't rely on those strike backs, hasn't been building troopers and forced to make a few now as he runs the workers away. Got quite a few of the workers away, but troopers are still here doing damage. And this is going to give John a lot of momentum when he goes into T3 here. We can just start choosing a good spot. There's that spot behind the carbon as well. Just really vulnerable there. And then he can just rally strike mechs to where he wants, or fighters to where he wants as well. And then use the troopers to break things up. And Wan just going to call GG there. So GG well played. So John will advance to the sort of final there. Only has to do this sort of 2 games to get there. Wins them both. Gets him in the final just because he's seeded higher. Wan will go down into the losers bracket, but it'll be like on the round 3 of the losers bracket. So we'll get through the losers bracket games and then into the final. So our first losers bracket game here is Oblivion Osita versus the SY 2 men here. And Wiki's chosen for Oblivion Osita here, and Galactic Empire for SY. And 8 and 2 is the first map, and then I believe it's just random land map. Going further through the tournament. So this is the round 1 of the losers bracket, so it starts with 8 and 2. All these rules. Plenty of food. Shirax, the lava flea. 2, 3, 4 lava fleas. But those are not food. But annoying, the lake at the very back of the base there. Be nicer at the front, probably. Help walling. Guess let T1. I mean, there's some nurse for a nursery for some mountain aggression. I think there's probably plenty of food though, just to do a very kind of quick T2 trooper rush. Which I would expect to see. They're kind of close to one another and they're spawning as well. Like, it's not really that much of a distance. To be honest, you could probably do trooper recruit on this. Providing your opponent doesn't scout it. If they scout it, they can just light wall, right? That would be the way. Let's see, I've got a lot of food here. Got a pet Chirac here kept in the carbon. And poor Carl knows this now, might be maybe regretting not putting them in a nursery. I guess why has done over here. Because there is just plenty of food. Go for the double lure right now. Big on the food. Lava fleas die quite quickly. We free up the scout, keep an eye on his opponent. Remember, it is best of 1, so kind of want to be safe and scout and make sure you're doing the right thing and not taking too many risks. Unless you are the one making the big, like, all-in kind of risk or something, you know, doing something crazy. It's pretty valuable in the best of 1 as well. Maybe catch people off guard. I think for the most part though, this should be a lot more scouty and safe, and not so vulnerable to Mounties and other sorts of timings. Early troop center here for Venusita. See anything queued up yet? He's maybe just going for a T2 rush. Some food to drop off in a little bit. And I think he's trying to put forward his power core at the moment. Just about enough to get up to T2. I think you start cutting workers though. I feel like SY is going to be the third of the way, halfway, almost halfway. It's halfway. It's because of like how on it he's been, getting his nerfs in here, grabbing the food up here. SY tends to tech quite quickly as well. I feel like he cuts like one or two workers. That's a big issue here, is missing a lava flea for Oblivion. That's really the big difference here. He's actually just going to T3 in his face here. This is interesting. Got the troopers moving across halfway to T2. He hasn't built his workers yet. He normally builds like aggressive turrets and stuff. I think this would be a good time for it. That's why he's already put a turret down, so he wouldn't actually be able to stop a turret going up behind. He's got a gate. Oh, he got the wall off, did he? He's gotten the wall off. This is walled. The left isn't, though. Problem is, I do think a turret here. I'm kind of surprised and a little bit maybe disappointed here for Oblivion, because I normally see him go for the turrets, and this seems like a really good time for him to be doing it, and suddenly, I was almost as if out of character, he's not doing it. Like, either here or here, really going to mess SY up for a bit, and especially while he's got these troopers out here on the map, they can cover the other carbons. SY hasn't actually clicked up yet. He's a little bit short on the food. Even building the second turret, I think he would have been snookered here with the turret. And maybe should have just kept going with the rush. Because he's trying to T3 as well now. He might get some mines. We get some mines here. Certainly a good way to get rid of these guys. Oh, can bash the other one. Let's repair this poor lad though. Oh, like kite into the mine. Oh. I think if Oblivion just kept rushing and built the turret here, I think SY is kind of doomed. I think SY is going to tech ahead of him now for sure and find a bit of a window to do damage. And to be honest, he might be safer with his walls. Any T3 shenanigans from Oblivion. Are we staying in T2 now as well? What's going on? He's not even attacking. He's like building farms. Then use his spaceport. That changes things, to be honest. It's giving like Oblivion tons more time. Man, imagine if he just stayed in the rush. You could have just sat there with it. You could even rally down here and kill the light wall and come in this way. He had this as well. Oh, he's found the lava flea that he missed. He's going to lure it through the gate. That would be nice. Nope. There we go. 300 food for free. Definitely struggling here. How weird. In the end, Oblivion actually went up T3 quicker. Huh. I'd see him go double airbase. Only 3 on Nova. You can get a good angle here though, right? Like 1 or 2 strikes. If anything, I like the airbase though, right? Because they don't have troop center. And there's walls. I think that's kind of huge. This is nice. You just sit here, hit these workers. I mean, that would embolden me even further to go airbase, right? They're not going to have Nova access. I'm sneaking around here. I almost feel like this is worse for this guy, unless he's just trying to find a path. Oh, he could have denied all of this, though. They'd have to delete the wall to come out and punch him to death or something. Command center? You know, normally I think that's a good idea, but I think this is actually a game where you just go balls to the wall, man. You just, you full send, at least initially. Because I think the windows for damage are certainly there. Double airbase from SY. And I don't know, man. I feel like this could have been a Cetus game already. I think he's had 2 very good windows to win the game. SY is going to punish him for not taking advantage of that, I think. Still a good angle here. Get on the Nova. Instead of going round though. He's wondering himself. He's like, why isn't he killing my workers? Mate's trying popping out now. I think that the MD can't properly touch you if you sit out here. It's gonna scout the double air base. That's a lot of workers onto Ore now for SY. He's maybe wanting turrets. I think he's going to be quite happy to just make fighters and turrets right now for a little bit. And then his CC. Once he can afford the Ore. Very forward facing Ore here. I think in the mid game, SY can just walk forward with some mechs right into Cetus base. He wants a fighter. He should have fighters at hand to deal with that though. It's just 1 airbase. A little bit passive from SY. I feel like he's just got so much to go and harass with. He's really building it up. Maybe being overly safe. And grab the holocrons. The Sif Temple. Maybe gonna wait for his turret to go up here at Azor. And there's the CC. I don't know. It's got an 8 worker lead. But I worry it's gonna get deleted soon. This would be a really good map for artillery early. And forward forts. Just because they spawn just so close to one another. And I think Oblivion should have just stayed super aggro. I think the Troop Center is nice in this distance as well for like mixing in like Grens or Mounties or anti-air troopers. This one taking his time. Oh, he missed another lava flea. He's missed 2 lava fleas, man. Oh man. He could have punished SY so much harder. A bit of food there. That's a good cleanup for him. Guess why not finding the damage after all. Standing up very almost city build out these two now, like just passive. Gonna rate SY's chance if he's gonna pick up all these holocrons. I don't actually see any of the ones up here. Is he just scouting? Where's this guy going? A bit of an explorer. He's so close to 2. Choose your path. Will you go left or right? Oh, the fighter doing the exploring. Yeah, he's right on it. OCC. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, rookies here, this spawning, this positioning, this sort of mid game, love to just see heavy weapons factory and artillery just getting built up. Because the SY is a bit of a boomer. We're really annoying to lose this with 2 artillery right here. I mean, even a fortress here is nice. Protect your ore, and then just bam the art, man. Comfortable. Oh, is he gonna go into knights? That's interesting. Man, he's definitely gonna want a fortress. Might not see that though, because it's hard to scout XY now with the walls and stuff. He had a strike mech in here, but he's never really made a lot of them with any upgrades. XY's just gonna leap ahead now with all this holocron money. I think he's getting 4 of them. 1 left up here. And if Oblivion stays in sort of air, it's not gonna be great for him. He's such a gift though, like just to have this positioning and get the art out. Like that's the ideal mid game I think for Wookiees, right? That you can just play T3 make an artillery, and then once you go T4 you just get your range upgrades and you just laugh, right? And that's huge for them. I'm kind of hovering mech and fighters, and it's just not very strong. Yes, my lord. 6th night almost done. Going to be 4 knights out and about. And that's going to be really annoying to deal with. He's got some mech, but he just doesn't have like your damage upgrades that you want. He can afford a fortress pretty much. He's gonna go for it, but like the timing right now is just not great, is it? It's just too late. But then again, SY is just not moving out with these boys. But they should be coming up here and just converting these workers. And just spelling disaster. It looks like he's getting to the right idea, just a little bit too late, I feel. Like I'd say 5 minutes too late. Like this 5 minutes ago and he's laughing. And then they come, you can see they really don't take much damage without this plus damage upgrades. And then 3 workers lost. And it's going to be so much mech lost here as well, and he's even got his own MDs coming in here. Doesn't have upgrades either, but is he going to go and build his own fortress? I mean, whoever gets the port here gets all this ore, right? So it's worth. Right, no anti-air. Actually, a bit of a mistake from SY overextending there. He has to run the workers right back. Because he doesn't actually have anything to protect them from the fighters. It's still really devastating for Oblivion losing all that mech, and so much workers on Nova here at the moment. Just maybe try to buy his way to T4. We just forgot about the rally point. Got a 1-1 split, like 25, 25, 25 across Farmer, Carbon, Nova. And these guys do an indescribable amount of damage to power cores for some reason. How quick that's going down. Needs to hit the repair, not killing the workers. Darker does die. Yeah, the fortress is still... I think he might have been best to just run over and get it. I feel like it's imperative that he gets this, and he had the air control. I would really like to see him get this fortress up. He needs the bounty hunters from it, right? The problem is SY is just so rich now. Like, 4 hollows? Like, we go and have a quick look. I've already gotten 1300 from it, like, you know, that's huge. That's worker 3. From his own fortress. Pretty much a battle here for who can control this area. It does have an anti-airmobile, which is... The longer the fight goes on, the more value it will get. And it hasn't focused down all the fighters here. Pretty much losing most of his fighters now, and doesn't really have enough to stop the fortress going up. There's a lot of workers pulled from SY. SY going to help this area, and he's on his way to T4. He makes some Dark Troopers to help out here. You can see the Troopers being mixed in for the Wookiees. Dark Trooper going to be so much stronger than them out of the box. And SY on his way to T4 can get those cannons out. So yeah, trying to get the fortress up. Yeah, completely under duress, having his workers converted and shot out. And then the cannons will be out much quicker as well for SY. And I just don't think there's much recourse here for Oblivion. I think he had a nice setup, he just had to get it. He just had to get that going quicker. It gave SY a lot of time to get his little boom going and grab up all the hollows. If he just had like bounty hunter artillery, I think that really would have like crushed like T3 Empire that hasn't really got upgrades. And a little bit of time before the cannon comes out because he's got 2 Dark Troopers queued up first. The shield though, covering so much units, doubling all their health. SY like just doesn't know what a war center is today. Zero war center upgrades. There we go. A double war center. Needs to catch up. And there comes the cannon. There it goes. Big damage. Minus 500 health. It's again like a little elevation buff as well, I'm sure. just pretty hard for her to put some assault mechs out as well. Just kind of good like group of units that cover each other's bases here, even without the war center upgrades. It's just really difficult for Oblivion to deal with. What would be his best option right now in T4? Probably attackers. But they're kind of expensive. Still though, I think the strongest thing here, shielded attackers versus all this. Not there's really much you can do other than that right now. It's like artillery is great, but you need a lot of it to deal with this and all the upgrades. So I think attackers are actually the cheapest option to deal with all this. These some interceptors coming in. He's covering that base as well. Pretty smart. A good unit to make for Empire since you get them got like the cheapest air in the game. So assault mechs. Not really terrible. I mean, but he almost had more upgrades than SY there, but he's starting to catch up now. The double war center's going. The pathing, man. He can't get through. I don't think he wants to get through though. He's gonna one tap him. The speed that's going down. MD strong. And GG going to be called there. He's kind of run out of options. He's hemorrhaging money. It's mainly ore. Like you get knocked off this ore, and then ore just gets denied. A few buildings get killed. I think there's a lot of opportunities though for Oblivion to pick apart SY, particularly early on. I think the earlier he did things, the better it was for him as well. Like in general in this matchup, because SY is quite a good late game player for sure. And once he's got on everything that he needs, like he knows the right units and compositions to make and stuff. He'd be quite strong in that regard. So I think that would have been Oblivion's best chance in this. But GG well played, and I'll move on to the next one. Granuli versus Denethor. Granuli in the blue here, the Confederacy, and Denethor in the green with the Imperial Remnants, and it's the 8th and 2 star, because this is the sort of round 1 of the losers bracket. And I believe before it was what, SY versus Oblivion Asita, and here these two, and then I think the winners of each will play the guys who lost in the round 2 of the winners bracket. Some Lava Fleet Lure. Quite a few nerfs. It's like, what, 14 nerfs or so? Some Minox. A lot of food stockpile. Some Shyracks as well. Bit hard to notice on that terrain. 2 Lava Fleets. Plenty of food, man. Like, pretty diverse food. A lot you can do. You can either T3, T2. I mean, you could Mountie, but maybe not the best. You could probably Trooper Recruit Rush at this distance as well. Some of these maps, when they got like all these other big terrain things, that they end up displacing a lot of space and you end up just closer to one another, which kind of creates that environment. So carbon up for Granuli, get that usual nonsense from the workers where they can only go one side of the carbon for some reason. Yeah. Peak efficiency right here. Second nursery on the way here. Looks like Granuli's gonna have to wait a bit before getting his second nursery. Maybe kicking himself for going for his carbon so early. I don't think there's much reason to be eating these at all. There's so much food. So you will want to house them. speed up to get myself out of T1. A lava flame, not quite as close as you would want it. He's got pretty good spawn for his non-lure hunt here. Both packs together, so one food processor will do the trick. One food processor at the stockpile, one at the hunt. Really off to the berries. Interesting where he put his food processor. I guess he's maybe trying to pick up these Minox as well. Gonna be kind of focus if he ever becomes the defender. Got an easy area to be raided at. Pushing these a little bit closer as well. So troop center on the way. And Denethor going for the Nova. I think he's maybe just scouted though, is he? He is just cancelled out. I click. Yeah, he's seen TC power core. In all honesty, the distances are so close as well that maybe we're going to be wanting to rush anyway. Both players on the way to T2, but I think Granuli's build is just a lot more streamlined. Denethor is just lagging behind a little bit here. Yes, the money for the power core. But Granuli's already kind of got both TCs going, pumping out the troopers. So it managed his early carbon and food quite well. And not getting himself housed either. That's the biggest enemy when you do this. Is remembering to build the houses. He's going to have a lot of troopers moving out. Trooper upgrade on the way, and I think it's just going to catch Denethor completely unawares here. Still not gotten that second TC up, and to be honest, to deal with this, he's probably going to just need to double turret immediately. I think what maybe would help is just a little bit of walling here, like some light walling, just to slow this approach down. I don't know if he really knows that what's coming his way. I think the speed of which this is coming his way is maybe going to catch him off guard a bit. And they're going to get right up to the workers and catch 4 of them here. Lucky to only lose 3. Well, that's warning of this, but there's going to be so many troopers to deal with, and it's not like Granuli's making any more, actually. Sort of cutting corners a little bit, maybe upgrading the Zico. No turrets out of Denethor, which I think is really greedy. I think if he just double turreted, he could deal with whatever push. I mean, this could be so much worse from Granuli, in all honesty. Like, if Granuli just kept making the troopers. Like, there could be 5 walking into here as well. But if Denethor went double turret, he could at least use what troopers he has to just clean this up first, then chase down the remnants of this when they take turret fire. I do think it is just a bit greedy, and once again, he hasn't got basic training, he's forgotten that. I think that makes this even worse for him. It's like he's cleaning it up, he's killing some troopers, but again, like, he's lost so many workers so quickly. That gives you like a 9 worker lead now. I'm gonna sort out Zico to make a few more troopers since he lost those. Maybe worried about the counter attack because his berries are quite vulnerable. I want to turret up here. I would have liked them to just make a turret here, to be honest. It'd be nice to just cover this. Wouldn't have to worry so much, he could sit back on his worker lead, go to T3 quicker. Granuli's been housed. It's over. And gonna have enough for this trade, I think. Gonna first sniping 1 walking back, but did manage to shoot 2 in retaliation. Goes up to the hill. You probably have good opportunities to just light wall on this map, right, in between. I believe you can build on these. Like, at least walls. don't think you can make prefabs on them, but you can make walls. Both players should want to just close out the sides and then just control the channels and limit the pathing, and maybe you can add turrets to these spots and stuff. I have a bit of a patrol here. Pretty decent for both players, but I think Gruli's on flank here, Denethor's not. I think he had the much more troopers as well. Like 3 or 4 more. It does have that +1 at the moment as well. And then again, the armor here for Denethor. I think the armor is better. Yeah, and this is just as vulnerable at the front. Still no turrets. Like, this is a really good like spot to just be making a turret at the front as well. I think they have a lot more experience in playing these scenarios that they're probably gonna do that naturally, like place the turrets there. Again, Denethor gets a good raid on the troopers as such, like he gets to kill them all, but he loses workers in the process. And he's not managed to really get his food going. His food's getting griefed here, he hasn't got any extra farms. Whereas Granuli, on the other hand, has got, what, 7, 8 farms. All taken away for quite a while, giving him food, and that's why he's able to tack up ahead of Denethor here. And I think with how open things are, how undeveloped like Denethor's base is, it's kind of really only a matter of time when Granuli gets up here. It looks like he is, like I'm not seeing any mech factories getting placed, right, so it's probably going to be double air base. He's gotten 5 on the Nova. He's a little bit poor at the moment with his resources, like his surplus to get his 2 air bases, but he's actually been making a lot of troopers. Maybe he's going for troopers, actually going to play around troopers. Might see the range upgrade here, and then the heavy trooper. Yeah, purple scanners. And if we're just going to call GG though, I'm not going to see the heavy troopers. So GG well played. So Grinley advances through in the losers bracket. Who's he playing? So that'll be up against SY, which should be next. Help. Right, so we're here in round 2 of the losers bracket. It's Grinley versus SY, and like enclosure in case and I can't remember what it's called. Enclaves? Like a Tatooine skin. Looking very blue here. We're nearly in the teal, cyan, and all the blue rocks. SY here in the orange, the Confederacy. So they're going to start with a light wall around the base and some gates. Sometimes your hunt's inside, sometimes it's not. Both players getting some decent like hunt spawning, I would say. All in there. Some nerfs on the outside here. Looks like we only found 3 outside as well. It's up to 6 nerfs or so. No extras spawn on this map. So you're gonna have a tough time like scouting your opponent. And with a nursery start here, like you're gonna wonder about mounties, I would think. Early T1 mounties, T2 mounties. Definitely something to consider and play around. Shouldn't be too hard to sort of wall outside of the base if you want to go for like an extra layer. Since this is basically just spawn. It's basically like Motherload, isn't it? In a sense. We'll see what people want to do. There's no real guarantee, like with T1 mounties, that they will get into your base, since you can put like prefab shelters behind the light walls and stuff. You've got a little bit of time to react and do that, but it might cost you. See SY having to delete some of his here to just get nicer carbon, since the wall is sort of up against some nice spots here. Same with Granules. He's got a nice and a bit of space here. I'm going to close out the second bit here, just to sort of reinforce his wall. That's a good idea, since it's a closer spot, but gives him a nice little secondary carbon area as well. Oh, he's going to delete it, he's going to expand it. I mean, it does limit the area you can be attacked. So if you're going to have to put buildings behind it, you want your workers to be like in range to respond. So more than likely, if he gets mounted, it's going to be around here. His workers are not far from there as they're having the hunt. And speed up, get out of T1. Okay, so what else am I going to say about this one? Holocron's pretty favourable to SY on that side. You can see 3 here. Is this another map with like 4 and not 5? Is this a change they put through? I can't remember. I don't see 5 almost. I see 4. Have to be one of the earlier games. I couldn't find the 5th one. I don't think there's really much to say about the civs here. I think Rebels is probably the better civ for quite a while. Confederacy, pretty good late game though. Maybe some like good timings you could get with like if you play around Magna Guards. Magna Guards would be pretty good into air and Rebels and a lot of what Rebels likes. And I kind of think Granelli's going to do TT mount. He's building them up. He's on Nova. Not even quite a few more farms. He keeps looking, he will see. I think that's why maybe plays a bit of AoE. I mean, it's very common in like arena and stuff to like reinforce, double up on the wall, right? But I would say it's quite intuitive to do as well. Just double up your wall with your buildings. Limit the areas that can be breached. So he's going to build up, what, 5 or 6 mounties here? Send them across. While getting the upgrade, I would have hoped. I worry he's maybe leaving it a little bit too late, though. SY's getting close to clicking the buttons. Looks like he's a little bit short on food, though. I actually skipped the Nova processor, because his Nova's quite close. Should be a way to click up now. Granelli's building an awful lot of mounties before sending them out. Up to 7. Heavy mountie on the way. Are they going out? Out they go. He's gonna have to really catch him unawares here. What is that pathing that they're taking? Why can't they take this? Is there rocks in front of this? I'll be if that was me, I'm deleting the wall in that instance. Oh, he locked his gate, that's why. He delayed himself quite a bit there. Yeah, the quicker this happens, the better though, right? So he's got War Center. So he's got +1/+1. And just needs to get in here. The power core is kind of exposed. I think that's definitely something in this map you should think about, is just having your power core in a safe position. Walling it. Like being ready to wall it. Like right now he should be wall. You can see these on the wall. He's trying to find an angle where he thinks he gets through. And having that +1 means he gets through so quickly. Way quicker than he can react. And they're in now, the power core is exposed. He's trying to wall it. Just not in time. And once he gets onto it with like a couple of bounties, it's gonna die. Because he now can't really repair it either. It would be too hard of an ask as well. I think he's just dead. Like, it'd be too hard for him to try and out-micro this with like 1 strike mech. There's too much HP on the Mounties, and they're going to do too much damage when they catch up to it. What's the best thing you can maybe do is like instantly wall the power core and then like maybe a turret here, long distance on the ore. Turret his way back to getting his buildings or keeping his power core into an air base or something like that. I think it'd be nice for Granuli to just move a couple workers out and make a TC as well with a power droid. Just so you can like rally anti-air troopers to accompany these guys. So I think air would be the thing you would want to get. You see SY is kind of having the right idea here, but it's just too late. Because now he's not really mining with anything. This guy's got so much HP to dive things. He's got this power core wall, but doesn't cover anything. I don't think there's any way for him to really build an airbase without being absolutely harassed. Losing some of his nerfs as well. Kind of just getting caught there. It's a good thing to do in a best of one, to surprise someone like that. It's definitely a scary push, but if you are just thinking about it ahead of time, you maybe build better. As you can see, with one strike mech, it's a nightmare to micro on this. Fighter really helps. And you're playing it up, but I mean, the damage is just so tremendous. It's 39 workers to 17, and Granuli's on the way to T3. Granuli's gonna have so much money. Making a lot of anti-air troopers here at home, just playing safe. Knows if he doesn't really take any damage, then he's kind of just won, right? He's so ahead at this point. Transport mech's interesting. Looking forward. Antics though. This is probably not worth it for how behind he is. I could trim some of these, but I mean, how hard is it really going to be for really make bomb or MD while being like 20 workers ahead? I feel like SY would just have to like drop a CC and defend his heart out with his fighters and hope that Granuli makes like enough of a mistake. Using all those fighters there, it's just you can't really lose anything. An MD pops out. Yeah, and the MD's gonna win. He can even box these in with his workers, and the MD will finish him off. I think Granuli has anything to really worry about here. I like that he's on ore. I think if he just maybe didn't do this and chilled out a little bit and then maybe tried for shenanigans like a fortress somewhere or something. If you're getting a bit more air out, defending a little bit. Like maybe you could find something there. Or like a Magna Guard drop later maybe. Might have been interesting. But the strike mechs are just too easy to counter with the MD at home. It's quite interesting this in a 1v1 how close the carbons are. You can even see ahead with a sentry post. Not really any way for SY to survive this at this point. He's going to quit there, so GG well played. Greenly advances there in the losers bracket. And I'll get into the next game. So we're back here on Dathomir, whatever it's called, the Night Sister, North Mall, and all that homeland. Granuli in the blue with the Galactic Empire, and Rebels for one. This looks like a lot better spawning than the one I did earlier with John and Wan. Hopefully Wan doesn't have the same misfortune as before. Don't see any gnarled rancors on the loose. See, it looks like they've got reasonable spawns with these lilacs. I don't know what the deal was with the gnarled rancors before. Was this a different one? Oh. Was this like Jeddah or something? It's not the same doodads on the map. Strange. It's just off random land as well. Very similar. Some Rontos to lure. What's the nerf situation? 3. Pretty poor. Quite a few low hunt as well. I need to get through. Get out a tiny one. Should be a little bit of a mounty window here, maybe. Not too much, though. I wouldn't see that out really, I don't think. It's got a very, like, easy defensive base here, like, this food. Like, he can get a lot of food quite quickly and get his TCs up quite quickly here, I think. This is what, 3 hunt to push there. It's Gizkas are in a bit of an awful place. They're in the back there. Wan can capture all his stuff with 1 food processor. So carbon up. I see Greenlee pulling a lot of workers off earlier. Let's put him on the carbon so he can afford his TC a little bit quicker. Hopefully once he gets TC power core as he goes up to T2. And you get a good scout in the base here. Well, I got really good spawn of these resources right at the back of the edge here. The Nova Nor, very safe. It's got a pretty good base for T3, to be honest, if he just walls. Looks like an easy wall. Really waiting and... oh, that's interesting. He's decided not to rush. It kind of looks like he was building to rush, though. Like, you can see he start to pull like a lot of workers off of carbon here. Well, he changed his mind. He's maybe looking at the walling and gone, what if he walls me out? So it's going to be farms instead, and then over processor. Oh, that's like, he's kept up in food. A little bit behind here. Like, very even in workers and everything. Very even game. Economically. Well, it's got a lot of carbon built up. Not very quick to get it on a food processor here, though, or get farms down. Quite an ambitious wall he's going for, actually. Closing out at the top here. You give him a lot more space, which is nice. Rather than just be boxed in here. More space for CCs. Kind of gets core 3 CCs down here quite well, and then maybe expand out to fight for the center here. Looks like the center is quite contestable. You can see 2 Nova or Nova here. There's a lot to sort of fight for in the center. Wan just seems a little bit behind in his food. I don't know if he's going to have to do something at the spaceport. He's had a lot of workers on carbon for a while. See, Granulli is just a lot more ahead in the food. That's because he made those concessions. He pulled quite a few off when he decided to switch from what he was going to do. So he's off to T3 quicker. One has to wait a little bit. But maybe 20% quicker than one here. But if there's really been any deviation, really maybe just one worker behind just represents that quicker tech level though. That little bit more food. One maybe did some spaceport stuff. Yeah, maybe like 100 food or so. Power core, gonna cover nursery, carbon processor, mech factory here. I don't know why Juan doesn't just make a food processor. Like he's kind of slowing himself down. He keeps doing this. I see this a lot out of him, like super long distance mining of these. Like, I don't think it's costing him much to just make one food processor here for like what 700-800 food. It's not a bad trade. Double air base right away here. Plenty of space here for Juan to drop his double air base. Maybe not got the workers pulled ahead of time though. He's using his ones from his hunt. One airbase. And there's the second now. These are already up and running. Almost got 2 fighters out already. And he has pretty cheap fighters as well with Empire. It's not bad for him to play like this and play air in the T3 mid game and try and keep the rebel player down. Make sure that there's never T4 air as such. Good decision on getting the turret here from Juan because he is just behind. He risks getting his workers pinned at his carbon. Fortunately, this worker going to get caught here. Mid Gizka. Really doing a good job with the scout here. Keep ahead of his air so you can see where Juan is, but ultimately not winning that trade. Juan takes it by one shot. It's going to be difficult for Granulli if he loses this one, yeah. Oh, he loses the second. He's going to have to go and fix his rally point. It's really awkward. He's probably doing that there as the fighters catch him. And he's kind of lost all his momentum now, so Juan's pretty safe now. Can do what he wants. Maybe get that CC. And just lean back for a little bit, get a bit of a breather. Get his turret up, which defends one area, so he can maybe start thinking about being bold himself and moving out on the map. We're really going to have to sit here for a little bit. He does have one holocron though. Maybe plans to get more. He does see a second. Padawan's having a brief nap though. On to ore here. No CC as of yet. No anti-air turrets either. Could start buying turrets quite easily though if he gets enough of these holocrons. And Juan really not taking a good trade here. Giving Granulli all the momentum back. He's starting to build up vision with sentry posts. Why am I clicking the unlock? I think it's in the fog of war. Get a bit of vision ahead. Maybe get his air in the right position to make some better trades. It's also semi-scouting the map for him so he can grab these holocrons. It's going to be his third one. And that's going to be so much Nova for a player like Granulli here. Kind of a big concession for Juan to let that happen. So this is the sort of light side, so if you would expect them to be all over the hollows. They have that sort of decent Jedi tagline. Granulli catching him here, and he does have the numbers. A little bit of a mistrade for Granulli. That went not bad for him, all things considered. Yeah, but still, he kills a couple of workers. I think it's not terrible though. Like, he wants to keep one at like 5 fighters max, right? So there's no T4 element. I do kind of like how he's going out and he just keeps trading with him. To be honest, it's great for Granuli as well because he's got 3 hollows tickering away, and then he gets cheap air, like on his racial, like 5% less on each fighter. It's gonna add up. Looks like this guy's scouting days might be over. A little more vision. The 3rd CC for Granuli here. I'm actually going for a bit of a boom here. $52. So even workers, but one is on 4cc now, so he might shoot ahead. I suppose that's even workers after losing quite a few. Manufactured research center here for Granuli. I don't know if that's like he's just worried in case he needs to get batteries or something, because he's not really ready to T4 yet. He's only got 11 farmers. He needs to drop a lot of farms right now. I mean, that carbon might be better in farms right now, in all honesty. Getting a 4th hollow though is insane. The last one's there. I don't know if he's just searching for the... He probably is searching for the hologram. A lot of fighters, maybe just wants to fight again. I'm relying on vision entirely to defend his base, got no turrets at home. You can see the fighters here for 1, and definitely wants to take that trade. One going through in patrol, both on patrol here. Kind of even. One just barely takes it there. I think that's mainly because he had elevation. I think the patrol and the vision in patrol was better for Granuli, but the elevation played a big part there, I think. Well, it's got a decent-ish boom. I think he's just kind of lacking in farms. He's got way too many on Nova and Ore, I think. Let's hold this boom back a little bit. Look like he's quite saturating all CCs because of that. He's got to keep making fighters and stuff as well. He's now thinking about maybe going for T4. Really, he's clicked the button though. All that holocron money. How much is that built? 1,500 already. He's about to find the 5th one. Really flying in here. Catching a few workers unawares. Well, still not quite ready to push the button yet. Let's clean up Granuli there. Now go off to T4. Unsure what Granuli wants to do here. I assume he's going to want to get these advanced turrets and stuff, or pump out some interceptors or something like that. It's like, is he going to get out on the map and get a fortress down somewhere? That's strike max. I see. Hmm. This feels like a Sith Master game, not gonna lie. Like 4, potentially 5 holocrons versus an air player that's walled like this. Feels like a big Sith Master game. So going strike max into rebels. I don't think there's a fortress though, so no air speeders. I think you could get like early assault max out as well, like just for the damage of it. So I'd like to see him just out with like a little bit of a forward. He gets T4 first. Let's see anything queued up yet. One's almost there. Making a few more fighters. I feel like I saw this in the game with John and Granulli. Like Granulli like was kind of ahead. It just didn't really like get out of the map quick enough. Which he's not really doing himself any favours there. Cause I'd say there's a worry here that like these come out and raid him and then attackers defend and stuff. I don't know. Like I think it'd be nice for him to like be just sitting here in the center with these resources and like just turret crawling. And I might put these fighters just now because he's got 3 range on them. I don't think Juan needs to fight this right now. I think that's his problem. He's trying to kill the strike. He doesn't need to. He's got a wall. Just wait for his upgrades. And then he just GG's. I don't know. I don't get this. I don't know why he's quitting. In all honesty. How is this a lost game? I think he's just built up Granulli too much in his own mind about like how strong he is, but like Granulli's kind of slacking here. In all honesty, for how ahead he is, like he could be built up here. You get turrets and stuff. I get like Empire's like strong late game against like rebels, and he feels like he needs to get his air out and do damage with it. But I think he's fine. Like he's got wall and everything. He's just taunted by these strike mechs. Like these workers can be over here or over here on this carbon. They don't need to stay there. He doesn't need to kill these right now. He's got a wall. If anything, this is maybe not even the best decision for Greenlee to go heavy strike mechs. I don't know. He would have had his air, his shields and everything queued, right? You can afford that. Maybe it doesn't show me now that he's quit, but he's got plenty of money. I don't know. I don't think that's a lost game, but either way, Greenlee advances there into the. Is that the final? Yeah, into the final against John. So that'll be the next game to do. Right, we've made it to the finals of this little mini Frontline tournament hosted by Oblivion Asita. So I don't know why they've put hidden on, but just to make things more difficult for me, I guess. But got yellow here. This is John because it's been uploaded by him. So the rec is from his point of view by default. So this will be John here and Granulli in the orange, the purple with the Wookiees. John in the yellow with the Empire. And my brain. It's not Raxus Prime, it's the other one. I can't remember what it's called. But it's got the corners with the War in the Nova and stuff. And then the gas sort of rivers, acid rivers, you know, like these cami lizards for the lure. I know this one as well, but my brain can't do it right now. I quite like this map, to be honest. I like it for like late game and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Like having all that extra resources and stuff, and you can like split the map in such a way where it's like, even if you like were down a few hollows or something, you wouldn't really care because you got all this monies. Quite nice. A lot of ore too. A lot of opportunities for static defense. Actually seems quite unbiased. I suppose it doesn't punish as much either, like when you get forward-facing resources and they get locked out because you can go in the corner. So yeah, I quite like it. So Chemi Lizard for dessert and get me out of T1. There are hollows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 from John's side, 2 on Granulli's side. So we did see them play in the earlier stages of the top bracket where John took that game. Granulli had a big hollow advantage, we didn't really take advantage of it. Didn't really pick them up. I don't know if either player really picked them up, to be honest. Well, I think he maybe grabbed 2, didn't he? He had like 4 on his side spawning, and it was like the same, similar map where it was the Mustafar, right? Like the same idea with like a river splitting that you can't like make boats and stuff on. Interesting carbon here from John. It's a mounty sort of nerfy map, so these 2 safe workers may pay off. Trapped behind the carbon processor forevermore. Getting farms, TC. I mean, if I've got these 2 round the wrong way, like, I don't know, it's not my fault. I mean, this starts from John's perspective, right? So, and he uploaded it. So it should be John. It should be Granulli. So, how did he get idle? Just to sort himself out. Like the closing out behind the carbon. Because it's quite an easy spot for you to just get attacked from and put a couple troopers here. And then these guys wouldn't be able to run away either, would they? That wouldn't be good. TCs and farms going down. It looks like it's a little bit tricky for them to balance things, like to get their T2 if they want to go for like that fast rush. Probably Granulli because he's hitting the build quite well. He's got the troopers queued up. He's getting his farms down at the same time. A bit ahead of here of John, who actually hasn't built anything yet. He's not clicked T2. A lot on carbon here. It's not really hitting the benchmarks of the build as well as Granulli. Which means he's going to have to play defensive here. As Granulli marches across, 5 troopers. I'm just kind of clicking up T2. But now we can kind of say, I can definitely say that this is Granulli and this is John. Watching the gameplay now. A lot of light walls. Light walls are very strong. Second TC on the way. No troopers made yet though. I'm really just finding he can't get in. So he's definitely way ahead with his troopers. He's just not getting there, getting in the right spot. He did build the workers actually. Good, find a good turret opportunity here. Problem is, yeah, that's okay. I think if he built it closer, he could stop him with like a defensive turret, right? If he builds it here, he can't make a turret here because he can shoot workers with troopers. At the end of the day though, John does have like other carbon spots as well. But this is certainly something. It's gonna like put the pressure on the TCs. Like Granulli's not really backing this up so much. It's almost like it's a front. He goes for this other turret at home, like just in case. I don't know if he even needs to be that safe. Gets a turret focused on the light wall. Help him get in, or even bash it down with the workers. I think the workers will kill it quite quickly. How did John managed to get the sentry post here? He sees everything ahead of time. War center on the way. Quite a few troopers going to look to jump him here, but... Did he shoot the one that had the carbon in front of it? Oh no. That is not the one to go for. So damn. John's not really been affected too much by this. He's got a lot of carbon that he can go and munch on as well. What Grunley could do though is just go around the other side now. Seems to be intent on stealing the ore, controlling this area. Doesn't seem really any potential here out of John for counter-attacking. I expect Grunley could just go up to T3 then. Like, he's got a lot of food built up. He's had a lot of farms for quite some time, and John's a little bit limited in his farming space here. He's had to box himself in. It's kind of passive-aggressive from both sides here. Like, not much collisioning with the troopers. I don't know if a trooper's even died, to be honest. I think I would have liked to see Grunley go around here, on the left-hand side. Just put like a new front of pressure and just make sure John like overcommits to defending it. Then can proceed with his T3. Gonna use the spaceport here, get the Nova. That'll be a second building with the mech factory. And Grunley here can go up to T3. Question is, what does he do from here? I honestly feel like we saw with Wookiees before. What was that, Oblivion to see it this game? This feels like another opportunity where you can maybe just get stuck into the artillery quickly. You can have the turret defend your artillery and just like, you can actually just shoot the command center from like here. I think that's kind of insane. And you've got all these resources, like you cut them out of the 2 Nova, they'll have to go into the corner. I think it's kind of nice. It's maybe even not about the Nova so much as just the like lack of space they're going to have. Getting another turret here. I wish this happened like 10 minutes ago. I think you'd do a lot better with it. Like none of these prefab shelters would have been here. For the mines. I used to watch that with John. Like any person playing John should be like bringing their like scout, keeping an eye on things. What you could do is make a sentry post on the outside here as well. You could see if there's mines. Like you need not be terrorized by this. It's getting a bit messy here for John. Okay, the ST3. Go for that double airbase. John is on the way to T3 though. Because he's really not had to make much troopers or anything. He'll get there eventually. 6 nerfs taken away his farms, but the space is so limited. He's gonna have to like find some really good like decisive trade or something to just break out of containment here. Get back his base. But really he's going to feel quite safe with the vision to move his fighters around where he needs to. He's even got the strike mech going to be coming in here as well. See them flying across. And air troopers beginning to build up here for John. Quite a few workers and a lot of farms actually going to get denied here. Fortunately for him, he's on his way to T3, so he doesn't really need them all the same. Yeah, the strike mech getting itself caught. It's going to go down. I'm here being annoying, but not actually hitting any workers. Delete the wall here. I think he probably wants to come out here. Oh, getting hollow. Hollow good. See, I think the artillery stuff is just such a good idea here. Fighters and artillery. Do CC at home. Interesting gate. Gate with no wall. Maybe that's just in case he needs to fast wall the rest of it. And fighters finding some angles here since it's just anti-air troopers defending. Maybe giving these a bit too much respect, to be honest. I think if he puts himself in box formation, he can probably just dodge most of their shots and just keep going round and round. I mean, if he caught this at the top, like, this is kind of game over for John. I think he should really be thinking about that, actually. Like, the corner has Nova ore, why? He's not on Nova here. The second hollow, though. I mean, it's not really terrible if he's going to get holocrons. 41 workers to 57. That's a big worker lead, but the hollows might start adding up. I just don't think Granilli's pressing the advantage so much. He's just... I know at risk of John just getting back out of this area and grabbing up more land and stuff. There's going to be a CC here now, so this is not as risky anymore. You can just garrison if things go bad. And then this CC going to grab up some land, and it's not going to feel so terrible on his base anymore. Like that. I just kind of wish he did that earlier, and not this turret. If he's going to do this turret earlier, right? This is money, like... He's having to replace a lot of farms right now. He's rallying, like, some stuff. I think it's just artillery. It's always been artillery this game. No pun intended, but it almost feels like a lost art in 1v1. Just slap down the two heavy weapons factories and go to town, man. Eat their Nova. It beats everything in T3, other than like those gladiator droids for Black Sun. They're quite good against them. But like mech and stuff, and trooper line, and yeah. The only thing you could really do against it would be like knights. I don't know how likely that is. He's gonna have a fortress anyway, so get him bounty hunters. Get a third hollow. Quite a few kills here. Still reliant on these anti-air troopers. No real ambition to raid Granilli back, just pure defensive play. But he must feel like he has some hope in this game with these holocrons he's picking up. Looks like he might have to make a new Padawan though. 3 shots and he's dead. Unfortunate. Gets a bit closer to the door. And really finally going up here, but a little bit late. You can win this. He's being a little bit too fancy here. He's gonna win it, but he's lost so much DPS. Just a minor inconvenience, really. But now he's lost all his air. I just don't. What does Granuli really feel like he's got here, like unit-wise? Like, it's nothing. Oh, he's hiding things. Obviously, he's making Dark Troopers, man. Like, I think he's gonna go raid him with the Dark Troopers. The Dark Troopers can be quite good. He's got Trooper upgrades. He's got +1 range. He might have to pull these back. Because they're a good solve for the Berserkers. Go for the Power Core. Problem is, if you just can't stop him making Dark Troopers. He did pull them back. It's like he'll get the Power Core, but the Fortress can still just make Dark Troopers as much as he wants. But they do more damage to Dark Troopers than I thought they did. Still though, I feel like it's just nothing compared to what an artillery push would do. It's more just memes. The memes aren't my second fortress now as well. Be a strong turtling 3 base here. Who's gonna get to T4 first then? It's looking like it's John. And that's maybe like all that's gonna matter here. How is he gonna stop John from like cannoning from here? Because he doesn't really have a standing army of mech destroyers. No artillery. Not like a lot of air or anything. And John can actually have like double cannon production. And to be honest, he can go raid him with all the Dark Troopers as well. He's lost his Power Core though, which is unfortunate, so he can't really get his range upgrade. But that +2 would be really nice to just pick up. Make that 4+3. Just to get his, go for the Unpowered Apprentice, get that 3rd holo. Looks like Granuli made a temple. Pick up 2 as well, so that's not bad for him. Yeah, and I do kind of just see this position just getting swept out by early cannons from John here. Getting close to that T4. So D4, double cannon. It's kind of got them rallied here as well, so probably going to go into this pocket and knock down the turrets. It's going to be quite annoying for Granuli as well. Like he's going to lose like 9 houses and a fortress of population. He's got a lot of his houses up here. You could hit the Ashman cannon on this and actually grief Granuli quite a bit. He's going to have to rebuild all of these houses. Go for a second fortress here in the back, but I can see that like getting crushed on the momentum after this as well. Like, I just don't feel like he's got enough units out. I think what would be good against this is like just like getting an assault mech out or something. Or like attackers. He's gonna need something like solid to take down Dark Troopers. Because I think they're gonna trade okay into mechs. They've only got +1 right now, but if you give them like +2 up to +4, like they're gonna be quite strong. And that's the first fortress gonna go down here. And a turret very easily, and then he's gonna lose all these houses. And then he can maybe just go and raid with these as well. But I think he could just sit here and then just start hitting this with cannons. I think really he's just struggling to get like an army together. I'm kind of just sitting here on like strike max right now as Wookiees, which is just not ideal. It's not what you want to be doing at all. Still mech patches. I genuinely think it's okay if he just makes like assault max. This one's not even powered. He's gonna go troops into Dark Trooper? Really? I get like not wanting to go air because there's so much ore in the map, right? Like it's not hard to solve it with turrets. Oh no, like a few assault mechs with the Dark Troopers and he's good, man. Where did they go? Am I blind? They're here. Why are they here? What's this about? I feel like at all points this game is just, it's just, where's the artillery? John's done like a good job just staying alive, hitting everything he needs to, defending and not overcommitting, and I just feel like Granuli is not kind of hit John hard enough, you know? He's almost been sort of poking at him, hoping he overreacts or something, but there's not really a lot to show for it because it's just ended up so even. And now I feel like, in terms of like the tech and the unit choices, that Granuli is just like miles behind John here. Like I just feel like this army comp's just got no future, whereas this has tons. Like he can like layer in masters on top of this as well, and it's just going to be so strong. Like just think of these Dark Troopers like a sit-in for like strike mechs or MDs. Like, they're there to just body block for the assault mechs. And he's starting to move forward now. I have the cannons to go for the shield as well. I even think he might win like out shield versus no shield, like because the Dark Troopers will tank so well. They're gonna go straight for the shield, right? Even running a few. I like when he does this. Just runs a few mounties to sort of body block a little bit. It's just layers, right? And layers kind of win fights. Nothing's really like it's so difficult for him. If he wants to like focus these down, he's got to stand still and keep microing. It's just not the Wookiee way. John did not get the memo about letting the Wookiee win. And he can actually hit this assault mech with his cannons as well if he wants. They hit them quite quickly. You've got the Mounties on top of it. I don't know, really just struggling to get it together. Like, I feel like he's got good eco and everything. He's like on all these resources. He just has like no units. Like, nothing's coming out. I feel like in times like that, you're missing upgrades in your economy. Like, he's missing his stimulants, genetics, T4 ones. I can never forgive the T4 ones. Maybe not Motivator 2 though. I think that's a big issue. So, like John's not gonna like this. These are not like essential, right? Like right away. I feel like you should probably not even get them right away. To be honest, I think you should just get whatever you're wanting to do strategy wise out the way first. Stabilize, then pick them up, right? But I think like if you give a motivator 2 here, this is way higher, right? I don't know. I feel like he's just There's so many more workers as well. Like, he's just never gotten the army together, and he still hasn't gotten the army together. Not really the one you want to play. The worst thing about this as well is it plays into the fact that they've got masters. If you try to go Assault Mech versus Assault Mech, not only are their Assault Mechs better, but then they can just support them with masters and converters. And we get big raiding potential for these guys as well. Because they don't actually need to stay here anymore, I don't think. Like, most of this was about cleaning up that forward. They could go raid now. Oh, I like this. He's just waiting for him here for the workers. Definitely to be expected. Close things down a bit. Or tell who I'm blooming looking at. There's a lot here. He's definitely not dead. I mean, some walls and stuff would help as well, just to make sure he doesn't get, like, Dark Trooper raided. I mean, that could always be a thing. Since he's invested in these, like, he can just, like, take both fortresses and just, like, spam them outright and go raid. They're pretty nimble and kill workers quite quickly. This is not the Wookiee way. You have to see him just, like, build a couple attackers to go and harass this as well. Like, it's free damage. He's not made any turrets here. Completely free damage. Mechs are so slow. Upgraded generator. They don't get the second one either. Look like snails. I do think the Wookiee Assault Mech looks kind of cool though. Looks like it belongs in like Warhammer 40k, right? It's got that sort of Land Raider vibe to it. Then it's also got this sort of like apocalyptia sort of, you know, like shunt on the front, like plow thing. It belongs in Robot Wars. It's the talks about the house police, the Lucky Ashman cannon. They did go for that. It's like a debuff he's got. He's -5 population now and again. Big armies, but heavy assault mech here. Do they get that? I can't remember if they do. No, they don't even get that, man. Poverty army comp. No health upgrades at the moment though. There's the turret. Would have been nice if you had to make that under duress. This ore is messing up the pathing of these guys, and then they're going to be fighting shield versus no shield. Yeah, that shield's quick to go away. They're boxing up so much in patrol. He's even hitting them with the cannons as well, which is huge DPS. Dark Troopers are tanking some shots and moving kind of quickly to dodge some of them as well. And just not really the best trade. That cannon DPS. Adding huge value. AC coming in. Now that he's got the 2 turrets to support it, that's kind of like this, because it's just free damage for him. We're just going to make interceptors and try and dive it. It's something Grunley could be doing himself. He's built 2 fortresses here. I'm trying to get on the Wookiee Grands. Dark Trooper's going to be great sniping them. AC doing a bit of damage. Empire Assault Mech strong, got that 50 health upgrade. Advanced redesign. They're going in there for the AC. We do get it. Not a bad trade actually there. Depends like you need 3 turrets. I don't know what Greeley's deal was here, picking Wookiees to play this comp. Unless he's going for ethical Wookiees, then I can understand. This is very ethical. Versus Empire. Extremely ethical. Maybe too ethical. You could shot there. I just feel like Greeley's lost like 3x the amount of assault mechs at this point though. Oh, there's raiding. I didn't even see this. I just see this now. Oh man, he's lost a lot. Paying attention. I actually still have 150 workers though. He's lost quite a bit. Just a few heavy strike mechs here and there. Just sneaked up. He's gonna call GG there. I think mainly just because of the raiding. The raiding's like tilted him a bit. He lost access to the Nova Ore here. He's not on a very good tech path. It does feel a little bit doomed for him, right? And John probably just caught up in terms of workers and stuff now, right? 135. Or he only had about 100, Granuli had 150, but Granuli just couldn't get an army out to press that economic advantage, and John just pushed him back and killed those forwards and got himself into the game sooner or later. So GG well played, going to the second game now. It's best of 3, so if John wins this one, he will win the whole thing. So Granuli has to win this one and then the next one to win it. Seen this map quite a few times so far. A lot of fish. Quite a lot of fish at all. Any nerfs? Yeah. 5. Few flutter plumes. And some berries. Nixu locked away. Where he belongs, old Nixu here. Trapped. Oh no. Bit of a map screw here. What? Need to fix your maps, John. You've only yourself to blame for this one. Hold on, getting munched on. Really gone TF this time. Rebels for John. An interesting matchup. Yeah, very, very mechgy. It's maybe what Granulli's wanting after last game, since he did just kind of want to play mech. Not the best civ for it. TF going to be much, much better for that. Don't really know what to say at this point, just get through T1. Oh, okay. That's an interesting choice. John scouts it though quite quickly, like ahead of time. I don't know. How much damage is this going to do? Like, go for the no carbon, Mighty Trooper Harass. And phase him off the berries. The carbon's like not too far from the CC. Get some food from the nursery. Not sure what the correct decision is at this point. It's probably just ignore the Mounties for a little bit and keep the food production going. I think you could eat nerfs as well. Like, I don't think that would be terrible. This kind of sucks, like, if he's missing 3 tauntauns. I think you could just, like, eat your nerfs and get your TC power core going to get your recruits out and then defend. Or, like, 2 defensive Mounties, right? You can push this lure as well. These they're not playing very well, are they? They're trying to go into the carbon. Then they're going to get stuck on the buildings. Yeah, I think this is the way. So all he has to do is stabilize, and then if he doesn't go to the berries, he's not really playing into this build. And to be honest, we really can't even find him at the moment, because he's on the other side. And that's huge for John. That's a lot of time he's getting here. Just to prepare for defending this. And it's going to go into a normal game now for Granelli as such. I mean, I don't think he's going to find him until he's got like 2 Mounties out in the map, and that's 2 unpowered Mounties too. But John's kind of fine here. A little bit of luck there. I mean, it's luck on top of not being lucky, so it's pretty even, right? Nice wall off here. He just can't really be touched now, and he can just sit and eat the nerf until he's got enough defense. So yeah, Granelli's just taken too long to find him. I mean, it's been like minutes since John scouted this. Granelli's found his opponent. There's just not really any room to harass. These workers are the most economic damage that John's suffering right now. Self-inflicted. And stuck on that carbon. And feeling more emboldened now to come out and get the food processor. Nice, got a nice little pocket here. You could wall. You can wall to the CC with light wall. Might need defense force there. And I think it's just the both stable goes into a normal game now. I don't really think anyone's got much of an advantage out of it. It's quite even. Maybe cut some markers here and there. You know, maybe cut one just in that little muck around, just try to get some food sorted. I do kind of like this, because I don't think the Mountie does much in defense anyway. You can go and just be annoying and scout. He's got his scout being annoying as well. And he really can't actually make anything to defend this right now. Like, not quickly. Since he's no power on the troop center. In the end, it's Granelli who's going to take the damage, and he's not actually got basic training. Don't know if he's got that queued up now. Oh yeah. To make this guy keep needing to get repaired so much quicker. And trying to poke in here and find some damage, but again, like, the recruits are there, they've got very little space to patrol, so they're pretty safe. Mountie running away, 5 health, Nixie attacking it, only takes 1 damage though. It's the power core going down. Really getting ready to attack. So he's maybe a little bit ahead. And again, the fit's just not coming in that quickly. He's got so many workers on carbon, maybe like way too many, right? It's almost like 3 carbon processors worth. I think John's going to attack quicker. Just got the more farms now. Gonna have that rebel farms too. Looks like he's had a little bit of a struggle there. They can't add new workers to the carbon. I can barely see it here. I had to make a second carbon processor here. It's fine. I like this safe area. It's nice, this little safe zone. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's try, because they're not that far from one another, right? And he's just going to close things out at home, the wall. You can even go for the light wall here. Just go straight towards the carbon workers. I'm about to hit T2. Really only really just started. He's really just struggled to get his farms down. I get a crazy amount of carbon workers. We've got a medic here. Help heal up this Mountie. The Mountie going to kill the wall. And trooper upgrade are going to be on the way. So he's going to close things out in his base. And Gridley gonna have to run here, and it's difficult for him to like re-wall since he's TF. Just use light walls. John not paying attention at the moment though. He's missing a lot of timing here. He had a good amount of time to sort of get on top of the workers here, but Gridley's got enough trooper recruits, I feel. With that closing out the wall here, he should be okay. Not T2 yet, though. Oh, he is. There he goes. Trooper upgrade. Should just smash this army now, though. Did lose a worker, though. I'm going to try and get another one. Nearly. These two seem like they were griefing. This guy's one shot. The first trooper's coming out, but probably going to get bounced back here by Granelli. Granelli should be pretty stable. Ready to spam TF troops and be aggressive again. No turrets yet, so we'll see where they're going to go. Maybe go at the front and grab up the Nova nowhere. Keep this area quite closed. I think he can just keep it entirely closed and just rally. War center on the way. Really coming down with the troops though. This is pretty much a almost even amount. It is an even amount, I think. Is that 11 versus 11? $13. He was 11. 11 be 11. John kills one, Gurley retreating. John does have that +1, armor on the way. This could be a triple TC game. I think for TF it'd be quite good. Let's go for numbers. Try and get one big trade, one like that.
Battle droid ready. Battle droid ready.
It's still very similar in count. It just doesn't have the war center upgrades though. I think Ridley's got the better patrol. Well, this trade didn't help. I think we only had a couple more troopers as well though, as well as the better patrol. John's thinking about trying to wall this out with his spaceport, but he's going to have to cancel that. The Mounties are still here. Linking up with the troopers here. There's one of the turrets. I think that's a good idea. just wants to defend this area. A few medics out. It's for some desperate healing. Not really in the fight though. Still, like, these medics are useless, man. They didn't do anything. They just sat and watched them die. Now they're effective. As the numbers get like down to 2 or 3. Crisis averted. Seems like really still wants to spam the troopers, but it's kind of why I like triple troop center here, because I feel like you can be like 8 to 10 troopers here and then just keep pushing. Like just keep the momentum going. I think you want that as TF, because it's just not as easy to wall things out on a permanent basis. Either that or get early or get some medium walls. Elevation to fight over here. Really definitely got it here, so I'm going to turn back. Do him a favour killing that medic. See, I mean, the trades are just kind of even though, right? About triple TC. And Grilly a bit ready to T3, but John's already on the way. Cut some corners. There he goes. Just use the spaceport to get his Nova, I think, because he hasn't been on this long. What are these guys up to? Secret stash of drugs over here or something. I don't know what these guys are up to. They're just sitting there idly. An even patrol, but the medic might actually be getting some value here. Still a war center difference. I think that's mostly what it is. I don't think there was any patrol advantage for either player. John about to pop T3. Really just halfway there. What was a worker? At least those troopers are dead. Really can breathe a slight sigh of relief. John actually finding space for 2 air bases, which is most impressive in this locked in tiny base. Double air base for Granule. The fighter's queued up. I only got fighters queued in one. I don't know if that's a bit of a mistake. There we go. Got the strike mech. Kinda wants to go to the Nova, but the turret covers the Nova quite nicely. Can maybe set it on the turret though. Let's find a little angle here. Put him in a stand ground. There's out on the map first for John. Probably gonna poke in here, see what damage you can do. Like, really has enough to defend. Might lose one worker though. What, 7 shots kill a worker? He's gonna get that one, is he? Oh. Pull back. The medic desperate to heal the fighter here. follows like. Pretty younger on the early side. Oh, coming in for a skirmish. Are they gonna win that? And this is looking a bit pain. The building in this little area desperately needs to start crawling out big time. Maybe control these crossings a bit. God, that strike knight's annoying. Knight's coming in here for some damage. Should be an easy cleanup though for John here. He's gonna shoot him. Oh, he missed. There he goes. Pretty even scores. Double CC, third CC going down for John now. They got a lot of Nova, but like not the most efficient like pathing here. A lot of these guys are kind of redundant. Really going to use a strike mate to get a good trade on the fighters here. Catches John. Did manage to dodge one of those shots, but still pretty bad. The strike mate did go down though. Again, John needs to garrison quickly. It's annoying. One fighter just sneaking over here and finding an angle would be annoying. Can't send a fighter to go and deal with that. Well, John is losing quite a few workers at home and knocked off of Nova as well. Really keeping the fighter count down. It's definitely what you want to do against one of these air civs. Keep the numbers low. I think we're in that chilling period. Might see both players expand a little bit. Few troopers waddling over. We're gonna try and snipe a worker somewhere. They don't have much value otherwise, do they? Research center for really. It's an awful lot of Nova. Probably be better to get another Nova processor. To get one worker here. Using it as well to see where the air is when it comes in. Feeling emboldened only seeing two fighters. He's actually got some real opportunity to just come down here, like just ignore these anti-air troopers. John just doesn't have the same numbers. John might just get the strike max here. Kind of annoying, a really good spot to just sit behind. Harass all these workers. His ore is sort of walled out here. It's a good relief for John here, having all the fighters shooting these strike max. See the exact number, know that they're not near his base right now. He's got his turret. Don't know what this worker's up to. Building sentry posts, I guess. Really gonna come in here again. In the angles. Catching this CC going up. Quite a few workers gonna die here. This looks 4, but it's even more gonna die. Paying attention to the fighters coming in. That's quite a good trade now for John in terms of fighters. I know he's lost like 6 workers, but we're feeling a little bit better here. Really halfway to T4. John just a fourth of the way here. It's pretty late, 38 minutes. It's to be expected from both to be hitting about now. A lot of time to build up those resources. Heavy weapons factory. Yeah, the turret. Yeah, I like how you really to just get out in the map a little bit quicker. And just sort of assert that pressure. Split the map and control the crossings. It's a better idea with the A-mobiles, like to get them across earlier. I don't see any interceptors would be really nice. Like you could just build interceptors right now and like go into John's base and hunt down the fighters. I think that's a really good idea. Especially in the campaign that he's been playing here across this game, like just killing off fighters. Like keeping the count low. That makes like so much more value for your interceptors. See, John's T4 and he gets to keep all these fighters. I think it's kind of a mistake here for doing it, because these aren't doing him any good. These could be fast fighters with like some interceptors backing them up. He's kind of just had the thought now as well as he sends them off with some strike max. Yeah, this Nova is so vulnerable. I think like John's just going to be able to like soak up this pressure and then just hit back twice as hard if he gets the air. Barry's is an interesting one. I'm surprised to see that really. I don't think he was that far behind that he needs that. Certainly looks cool. I wonder if he's maybe worried like about mass air. Just like mass fast fighters. I can sort of get that. I feel like his rebels is going to want that fortress, right? For those speeders. Maybe this was his plan. If he makes the batteries, he can fly around the map and then come and sneak through the back when he gets his shields. Should be like halfway through. Oh, let's see if we've almost done. So when they come now, not an angle that Grinelli would have expected. He's not ready for this. I don't even know if he's got a turret upgrade on the way. Hasn't even started it yet. So he's about to, like John's about to do way more damage to him than he's taken all game, really. Desperate to get his turret up, and he's just kind of been caught here. And... well, he does have advanced turret, it just doesn't cover this area. Oh no. It was already done, but these two top parts of the base just not covered. A lot of workers dying. It's just sucking the momentum out of this for TF, and that's not what they need here. I wonder if John can get something going at these crossings. I think like Mounties would be good. Like as a follow-up. You can still make attackers as well though. Like, this is not intimidating. 3 T3 AA mobiles. It's definitely a strong position to be in as the rebels. This attack feels just a bit like desperation, to be honest. Try and get control of the game again. Let's see, yeah, this is the way to go. This is how you do it after air. The rebels. I think most says, to be honest. of like decent mounties. Decent mounties in there. No strike max to accompany this, so mounties just get free damage. And the follow-up's going to be quite devastating as well, and honestly I don't know if Granuli can bounce back from this. It's kind of poor at the moment. Make a lot of strike max. I mean, the air can come in as well, like the speeders, the attackers. If he manages to keep like the strike max low enough, like he can just go for the advanced turrets for the mounties. Just to watch out for John, like splitting his mounties up and clicking on each individual strike max, just chase them all around. Let's see how quick they actually die when they take damage. Boom. Mountie, good unit. The only thing this is really missing is I'm just bringing the supporting air over, right? You could probably get a cannon as well, like over here, just start hitting these. Make Granuli feel like he's playing the AI. I suppose Granuli could make like fighters. Kinda wish he got fast fighter, because it would help here, just have a few of them. Just to kill off some mounties. John needs to be careful now though, he's losing mounties for free. The momentum's kinda gone. He didn't really get in a spot where he overwhelmed him. Power core stayed up. Is he gonna try and play like MDs, even for like the Mexican Rebel Mech Destroyers? Nothing in the troop centers. I get the hollow, really having none of that. Nixie's loose. Still here. Unfinished sentry post. There we go. See, I'm in control. All me. Speeder coming in here. This is an ambitious fortress. You can probably hit from here. Must feel good to get the wall on the crossing finally. I've been dreaming of that for about 50 minutes. I think anything getting made at the moment. We've got the heavy mech trying upgrade though. Viva la Mexico. Cannon out for Granuli. We get those power cores. Just to watch the air as well though. But nice to get a turret on this elevation. I feel like a lot of the games I've watched Granuli like do this is need some more anti-air turrets. Proactively as well. Don't be reactive about it. Proactively get them. Few MDs there. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of units out for John. He looks like he's struggling with like the terrain, like space for production and stuff. He's got a few trying to shoot these MDs. Is he hiding stuff? It's kind of nice. Is he hiding like attackers? No. New MDs are hidden, but the only 8 range on the aim reveals. We're dealing with the AC. And John can just attack ground this time. One shot. Killed a lot of workers there though. He's actually repairing the AC right now. Can't repair, need more resources. Run out of food. It's a horrible rally point. Oh, Grenelli's starting rallied here and looking to punish John. They're not like finishing the job early T4. And as this army gets more and more into Death Ball, like the scarier it's gonna get. It's actually so difficult to engage with the terrain, the lack of space to fan your units out, because you kind of want to like have Grens from all angles. Same with the MDs from all angles. Like if you want to combine MDs and Grens here to kill that Alpha Rebel mech. And John might just be thinking like the whole MD thing was actually a waste of tech. There's a few built up. Maybe waiting for him to come further in, and then he's going to flank. He's going to hit the AC from one side, and then flank with the MDs here. And maybe run some mounties and stuff at him. But losing a lot of production. You know times are tough. You gotta build your farms like this. Desperate for space. They're having food problems as well, because he wants to make loads of mounties. I'm waiting for it. I feel like he's going to come forward and... oh, he's going already. It's an AC shot, but it almost feels a little bit premature. There's some mounties. Got some stuff in the fortress as well. Got another AC in here. There's some AA mobiles though. I don't know if I really can afford to be losing these so much. I mean, Grenelli could still make interceptors. He's got 2 air bases. I almost feel like he's being needlessly terrorized here. Another thing you could do is just keep making the turrets as well. We've only got 2 workers on this one now. Cheeky Nova over here as well. Guess he doesn't see that one. That's a hard beat here. Or a bad beat, as we say. Here come the Grands, the Minis, some MDs. Try to get that Karen quickly. Nice little hill here. He keeps sitting with a shield. Some more up here as well. Some big cannon shots. Cannon shots, grenade shots. I don't know, the armies are looking kind of thin for Grenelli at the moment. Got a few interceptors at home. Maybe meant to deal with these. He's struggling here though. Got another turret up, but nothing left to defend it. And I think the Rebel Ground Forces are just looking too strong now. Like the layers, man. The Mounties. AMD's the grabs. Guruli's not even like at his full potential with his upgrades. Cannons now, he's losing so much pivotal like infrastructure. Like it sucks losing these turrets and stuff. Gonna call GG there. And John gonna take it 2-0. So two very good defensive games out of John, and I don't know, Guruli just couldn't really get like what he wanted together and sort of breach the defenses, right? Yeah, I don't think I have really much else to say. I kind of gave my thoughts through both games. Like, I do think Gurnuli's been in chances to win both games, like a lot of times throughout them, but John just persevering there. So GG, well played to both. And if you like the content, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. If you want to get involved in these types of games or join in these sort of weekly tournament things that that Oblivia is throwing. Usually the information for that's posted in their GBG Discord, so you'll see that down below in the description field. You'll see one for the Expanding Fronts mod, which is the mod that we're playing here. And if you want to support the channel in another way, maybe buy me a coffee, you can find a PayPal link down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.